السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم. أحد مبارك. الليلة يوم للردم. الليلة اليوم هيكون فيه ردم كتير، فيه كلام كتير. الزول اللي ما بيستحمل خليه شيء حلو. Let's start. Happy Father's Day. Happy Eid al-Adha to all my Muslim brothers and sisters around the globe and inside South Sudan. Happy العيد الأضحى المبارك. الناس ما قلنا كده من أكوانا تاي من مورلي وبعد ذاك أنا بالكونتية. سلامتكم كله جاستن دور حياة نويل جوزيف لوريكيك ولا بقى شنو لوريس أو دي لوريس لينو. سلامتكم كله. Happy Father's Day all the fathers out there. للناس اللي في فيسبوك انا دايرك تعمل كوبي بتاع يوتيوب لينك نزله في الصفحه بتاعك بتاع فيسبوك. لما تنزله ما تنزله طوالي كده، نو نزله لما يفتح يلا بعد ذاك انت شنو and then you post it. Thank you.
malam dapat kudungi dengan jaga kana ngojek bom gurur pula ya kuma mule koro idodo aku tunda coba kumulo yigi bon po banyak soso jamam demer mini ya tinggal jual bubak pao Tazin didoy, tazin didom, didoy didom. Kalbala dim katalay bamuda, jalrugan, uruk tazin didoy, yakuwa kalatlod. Kalbala dim katalay bamuda, jalrud, uruk tazin didoy, yakuwa kalatlod. Kidede khalam famam famudo loro yuli galamano karali fi famudo la ila kiyamam magadi karuna lotilanya hakam wa bidayre go jubal tumo matarade jubal tumo watameru jubal tumo watajubam jalla jagunang bom bayda jabai motilanya kunerde ifat bom yakinae otonos malam dapat kudungin dengan jaga kana ngojek bom gurur pula ya kuma mule koro idodo aku tunda coba kumulo yigi volpo banyak doso jamam demer mini mini siatinde jual puma pao bukasin didoy jazin didoy didoy Kalban ladin katamay bomunda jalruget bukasin didoy yakuma kalatud Kalban ladin katamay bomunda jalruget bukasin didoy yakuma kalatud Kede kalam pamam pamudo lora yuli galamano karadi di pamudo la ilakiyamam Magadi karuna rotilanya akambam tijaire izo Jubal puma matarade Jubal puma watameru Jubal puma watameru Jalla japunang bom Baida jabai motilanya Kukerken ifat bom japinae Yatiri amben kulalo pada gele dunia bunye odonos malam jakat tudungi dengan jadra ngana ngoje bom gurur ola ya kuma mule koi dodo aku tuna jawabu mulo yigi bonko banyak doso jamam demer mini mini siatinde jual puma pao bukasin didoy jazin didoy didoy Kalban ladin katamay bomunda jalruget bukasin didoy yakuma kalatud Kalban ladin katamay bomunda jalruget bukasin didoy yakuma kalatud Kede kalam pamam pamudo lora yuli galamano karadi di pamudo la ilakiyamam Magadi karuna rotilanya akambam tijaire izo Jubal puma matarade Jubal puma watameru Jubal puma watajubam Jalla japunang bam Baida jabai motilanya Kukerken ifat bom japinae
يا سلام، ده كان أغنية من أهل بتاعنا مرليه. وكان في زول عنده غنى سمح برضه من كوميونيتي بتاعه، انت ممكن ترسله ليه عبر واتساب. so كان في أي وقت زول بقلبه كمان which is something good. so فأنا داير نوريكم إنه أنا يعني زول لما أنت ترسل لك غنى ده باللغة بتاعك، اللغة بتاعك الخاص بتاع أو اللغة الأم أو اللغة بتاع كوميونيتي بتاعك، أنت ترجم لي اديني نبذة بسيط وكده. وده أنا لقيته من أخواننا مرليهم ورسلوا لي، أنا عجبني الأغنية فأنا قلت برضو نشغله عشان إحنا كمان نستفيد كلنا ولا كيف. وأنا بهاي كل آباء أبوهات بتاعنا كله ورجال بتاعنا وخيلان بتاعنا أمام بتاعنا في عيد الآباء وعيد الأب. أنا بحييكم كلكم وديل اللي ما عندهم أبهاتهم أنا برضو بقول لكم إنه أبوكم ده لسه، حتى لو هو ما في لسه أنت بتعيد له تقول له هابي فادرز داي. فإحنا نمشي شوية ندي غنى بسيط كنا برضو نشكر ربنا، وكمان بنهني أخواننا المسلمين كله في جنوب السودان وفي خارج والأمة الإسلامية كله بمناسبة عيد الأضحى المبارك. تنعاد عليكم باليمن والبركات، وكلكم تعيدوا بخير. وأنا باخد منى كده شوية. طبعا كل يوم أحد كان أي برنامج كان وقع يوم أحد أنا دائما باخد فيه قصوى الصم. معلش يا جماعة، لو فاي مدى العادة أنا ما قاعد أخد يعني. شكرا.
Dependa comforta, it's your name. Alpha Omega, it's your name. Ilana geni beta, Ilana fadulu leita, Ilana geni beta, Ilana fadulu leita. You are my dependent comforter. Press your name. You are the Alpha and Omega. I worship you, Lord. Ilana geni beta, Ilana fadulu leita, Ilana geni beta, Ilana fadulu leita. You are my dependent comforter. Press your name. You are the Alpha and Omega. I worship you, Lord. The land is a night. Umanyao bejere lukua. Zakure kure, ali bejere mabi kutaba. Itala wana rabuna, ifutu kulu. Musana mualako, tesimtaki. Bidaya wanihaya, tesimtaki. Ita mabigeru, ita la sawa sawa. Ilana geni leita, geni leita, ilana fadulu leita, ilana geni leita, ilana fadulu leita, fadulu leita. You are my dependent comforter. Press your name. You are the Alpha and Omega. I worship you, Lord. Ilana geni leita, mashaki, ilana fadulu leita, vita joro papo, ilana geni leita, amaro wape, ilana fadulu leita, marijawa. You are my dependent comforter. Press your name. You are the Alpha and Omega. I worship you, Lord. Hata fima shake ketiri, omota dunia ketiri awi. Kelana geni leita rapuna, Emmanuel alamanina. Kelana fadulu leita rapuna, kelana geni jambita rapuna. Ana ya leita yawe, ita de mafimanina. Yesu Masia, kelana geni jambita rapuna sama. Kelana fadulu leita.
كده أنا فضل ليتا نشكر كل الناس اللي رنوا ترانيم والغنوا. الغنى اللي احنا بنشغله دايما بدينا بهجة وبدينا أمل في الحياة. فأنا بشكرهم كلهم، سواء كان أختنا ماما نانسي أو برضو الفنان المورلي اللي غنى غنى بتاعه جميل. أنا ترجمته كذا مرة، وريت إنه الغنى ده معناه شنو. وكان في زول عنده غنى بتاع كوميونيتي بتاعه باللغة بتاع الكوميونيتي بتاعك، أنت ممكن ترسله لي، أنا بشغله. أهم حاجة إنك تترجم لي نبذة بسيط معنى بتاع الأغنية شنو، عشان ما يجينا يكون في شتيمة. أوكي. لأنه في ناس بيتكلموا لغات كتيرة، المهم يكون غنى عنده معنى، معنى جميل أو معنى برضو للكوميونيتي بتاعك، ما عنده علاقة بالشتيمة لزول تاني، إحنا بنشغله ما في مشكلة. إحنا هنا أو diversity. فحاجة تانية، إحنا بنشكر كل أخوان وأخوات اللي قاعدين تابعوا البرنامج. زي ما أنا قلت كمان هابي فادرز داي للفادرز كلهم، الأبوهات بتاعنا كله بنقول لهم هابي فادرز داي ليكم كلكم، لأي أنكل، لأي جدو، ولا أي عم أو خال، إحنا نقول هابي فادرز داي. حاجة تانية برضو إحنا بنقول عيد الأضحى مبارك لكل مسلمين بتاع جنوب السودان ومسلمين حول العالم، تنعاد عليكم باليوم والبركات. برنامج بتاعنا زي ما انتم شايفين التوبيك بتاعنا واضح شديد. الليلة التوبيك ده ممكن يكون فيه ردم يا جماعة، ممكن يكون فيه ردم، لكن وبرضه هنشغل فيه اوديوهات بتاع ناس كده راسهم طايرة عليهم. انتم شايفين الوضع، التوبيك ده واضح جدا، نقول شنو South Sudan is نقول is it a state or a private property. السبب اللي انا قلت الكلام ده انتوا سمعتوا في الفترات اللي فات، في ناس راديكال كده، وانا بتمنى هم يخلوا اوروبا وامريكا واستراليا وكل الدول الاوروبيه يرجعوا ورا. they should go back to South Sudan. they should go back عشان يمشي ياكل الموسكيتو ده، يمشي يشرب مويه الوسخان ده، يمشي يعيشوا في البلد هناك، لانهم عايشين في western world but they're living with with stone age mentality and they are very radical. And today, when we are responding, we're not just responding to them, but we want to put the message across. Because they always, when they are talking, they always put wrong message across. And they have issue of a tribal issue. They want to put the tribal mentality first before the state. And this is what we are rejecting. We are fighting this kind of mentality, because those kind of mentality are the one actually poisoning our country. Now the country reached to this level. That's why sometimes we're afraid that we will end up to have Baristan, Fujilistan, Yangorastan, Madistan, Murustan, Dinkastan, Nuerstan, Kakwastan, Fujilistan, and what have you of those communities that we have. We don't want to end up like those kind of state that we divide ourselves according to the tribal line. And then we'll end up, living in those corridors. I think we have fought a good fight for the past 38 years. The 38 years is supposed to be a message that we learn a good message out of it. But it seems some people were fighting with a different ideology in their mind. Others are fighting, yes, with a good heart that they really want to have a freedom, justice, equality. So they will all live with tranquility and dignity to their own self. But it's very obvious. Some people, they want to change this country to be their own country. That's why the question is very clear here. South Sudan, is it a state or a private property? Based on some people, this notion is going on. And we could hear some individual, even within the system, they start to speak it loud. It was always in the corridor of those tribal cocoon, like Jain Council of Elders. But nowadays, not even nowadays, it's been now for some time, we have the new generation of the Jain Council youth as well. Listen to this one. Those are become even dangerous than their elders, and they want to make this country to become their own property. But hell no, we will not accept that, because this country belongs to us all as the people of South Sudan. And we want to put this message across, and we want to also correct the narrative the wrong narrative that also they claim that they are the one who actually fought for this country, and the rest were not doing any business, and so on. Look at this kind of level of denial and lies that is being put for so many, even those who have nothing to do, never been in the war zone. Nowadays, they will come and spread those lies, and they assume that people should remain quiet or to say something. Don't listen to this tribal language that they really want to scare you with, that you shouldn't speak. No, no, no. Every individual in this country has to speak for his own rights. Because if you don't talk, they will step over your head, you see, and then they make you their own, you're the mat for them. They will step over it. No, no, no. We'll not accept this. We fought all the colors of colonial. And we will fight those who claim that they are our brothers and want to slave us in 21st century. In 2024, we reject this, and we reject it with all language. That's why we're fighting. And when we are criticizing the regime, those are the same people will come. They say Itagas and Dinka. When you're criticizing the Young Council, those are the same people that come and defending. When you criticize the SPLM, they will come, because they think also SPLM is become their own property. So we want to put the message of straight as usual. We always put it, and we are actually talking to the point, criticizing the Young Council, but they are not comfortable. Do you know why? Because they are beneficiaries of the regime plus the Young Council themselves. Because if you are not member of the JCE, we know 100% those group of the people were not voted in, but single community. So when we are criticizing them, mind your business, because we did not call your name. We are pointing our error to them because we know who they are. So as long as you turn yourself to be a supporter or defender, or what we call it, relative defense force, suit yourself. Those errors will go to you. We are here, by the way, we are not apologetic when we are defending our rights as a citizen of this country. We have absolute rights. So nobody will come and say that South Sudan is like one single community is the custodian of this state. Who said? Said who? Said who and when and how? That's why we're asking this question. South Sudan, is it a state or a private property? In Arabic, جنوب السودان هل هي دولة أم ملكية خاصة? This question will have some answer, and later on we'll give chance to people to come and to express. But before that, we have some videos we want to share. We have some audios we want to share. Based on those audios, we will actually elaborate more. But first, let me give a full presentation of what I'm going to say. South Sudan. South Sudan, is it a state or a private property? South Sudan is a state. Very clear. بالواضح كده. هل جنوب السودان ده دولة أم ملكية خاصة؟ دولة جنوب السودان هي دولة وليس ملكية خاصة. ده الإجابة، ده الرد. ليست ملكية خاصة، وده الرد لزول اللي اسمه ويليام بولديد. بعدين أنا بجيب كلامه وهنجي نتكلم ما له هو بس. في many of them they are talking like that. They are talking like that based because they want to claim that they are the one who liberated. Very narrow, uninformed information. Very radical people, very selfish people doing such, claiming the liberation for themselves, claiming the custodian for themselves. Look, this is how they expose themselves to that level. By the way, they expose themselves that they are actually the Gain Council of Elders. They are actually part of them. The same agenda, absolutely 100%. They expose themselves. You see? So, therefore, we have to put some of this information across. You shouldn't share يا جماعة. ما في زول هنا بأجر في جنوب السودان ده. في جنوب ده زي أننا قاعد نقول في كل قرد في جنوب السودان ده بيعرف ركن بتاعه من وين، كل قرد بيعرف فيليج بتاعه وين. عشان كده احنا دايرين نقول الكلام ده دون خجل. ما بنخجل من اي زول، لانه ما في زول قاعد ما في زول قال جنوب السودان ده وقع ورثه بتاع ابوه. لانه انت كان عندك ارض بتاع ابوك ده بتاع ابوك هناك في جوا قريه بتاعك، في جوا منطقه بتاعك، ما في اراضي بتاع ناس تانيين، او تسمي الجنوب ده كله ده بانه ده بتاع قبيله بتاعك. وانا داير نقول ده حاجه لقيته في ناس كتير ما بيتعلموا. انا داير نوري الكلام ده بواضح. الدعم السريع ده السريع عنده جيش وعنده اي حاجه، عمل وسلاح واي حاجه كويس، لكن الخطا الدعم السريع وقع فيه شنو؟ بدا فتح جبهات مع كل مواطن سوداني. ده عشان كده هسه بيجي يفقد. عشان كده انت كزول ذكي، وانا قاعد نقول امثال زي ويليام بوليد وكلام اللي بتتكلم فيه ده، انت ما تفتح جبهات مع كل الناس في جنوب السودان، you lose it big time. I is telling you here, opening many fronts with everybody. My friend, ده بوري انت بليد، absolutely بليد to the next level. لانه ما في انسان ذكي بيفتح جبهات مع كل زول، مع كل قبيله، مع كل community في جنوب السودان وبيفتكر انه he will win. No, you're the one who is actually isolating yourself. Nobody is coming after your community. When we are appointing a point to Gen Council of Elders, because Gen Council of Elders, they came with their ideology. Now their ideology is the one destroying this country. From 2013, even when the state were divided, that was a tribal division. They divided people based on ethnic line. Imagine a state called Jubek State, a state called so and so. ده كله تسميات قبلية. ده كان أجندة بتاع جين كانسل دارين يمرروا لحد هسه. When you read about their report of Dr. Carol, when they spit their venom out, they're talking that they are in the danger. They're in the middle of South Sudan because they have no border with Ethiopia, with Kenya, with Uganda. They are in the center of South Sudan. They talk about if the Cholo come back, they will not own Malakal. They talk about when the Faratit come back, they will not own. Wow. Look at this message. And what is happening right now is the same thing when we hear somebody like Bold and whatever, those surrogate kids, as my compatriot Dominic always called them. When we hear them talking, they're not speaking out of the blue. It's the same KKK mentality. They want to actually practice it on us in 21st century, and they expect that we shouldn't talk. When we talk, they will send this فزع في فزع اسمه ديل قبلين ديل كده ديل ما وطنين. وطنيه ده عندك يا بابا؟ وطنيه ده وين؟ مصنع بتاع وطنيه ده وين؟ مصنع بتاع وطنيه ده وين؟ عشان انت تقول لي انه يا اخي انه مثلا احنا يا كده احنا كده. ما في. احنا في بلد ده اللي اسمه جنوب السودان ده، احنا كلنا عندنا حق، ما في زول شاكل براو. وكذب اللي بيمرروا ده احنا بنصححه. ما خايفين من اي قرد، ما خايفين من اي زول. احنا كلنا قرود في جنوب السودان ده، كله قرد بيعرف ركن بتاعه. عشان ما يجي زول يجي غير يجي يقول مثلا انا ابويا ده كاستوديان. نو. وكلام اللي بيتقال هنا قال احنا بنسمع ساهي، ده ما كلام ساهي يا بابا. ده كلام اصلا بيتم تمريره. ده اجنده وبعدين ننفذه. لما انت تسمع كلام ده تستغرب جدا. وانا بعدين هشغل الاوديو زول وكذب الكثير اللي بيتقال ده. لما زول يجي يقول لك لما نسال هل جنوب السودان ده دوله ام ملكيه خاصه؟ جنوب السودان دوله. حتى لو دوله فاشله هي دوله، لانه الدوله ده كيان قانوني وسياسي ذات الحكم، يمتلك مساحه من الارض معينه التي تسكنها مجموعة من الناس أو قبائل أو مجموعات، أو قد يكونوا أمة أو شعوب في داخل قطر واحد. بمعنى لما نقول إنه الدولة ده هو كيان قانوني. لما نقول كيان قانوني انه موجود بشكل قانوني لانه مسجل وكله حاجاته كله موجود في الامم المتحده، علم بتاعه برفرف في الامم المتحده. لما نقول وسياسي بنقصد بوشن عنده تمثيل سياسي دبلوماسي، يعني عنده كيان قاعد عنده تمثيل سياسي بمؤسسات، حتى لو مؤسسات ده ما في بيكون هو في موجود وقاعد كويس. فبالتالي زول اللي بيجي يتكلم لانه الدوله ده لما نجي نتكلم بانه هو كيان سياسي او كيان قانوني، ده بمعنى وعنده وجود وذات الحكم، حتى لو دولة ده منغوصة السيادة زي في عندنا هسه في حدود لسه ما رسموها بين شمال وجنوب، في عندنا 18 منطقة 18 أرض ديل الناس اللي بيتكلم بانه يا اخي زول بيشاكل بانه ما عنده قضيه موضوع الارض، واحنا كنا بنشاكل لمده 38 ده عشان شنو؟ عشان هوا، كنا جايين نسكن في هوا، ما هنسكن في الارض. عشان كده الدوله ده بيتكون من 3 عناصر مهمه جدا: الاقليم، الشعب، والسلطه السياسيه. ده الراسهم لافن ما بيعرفوا اصلا how the state operate. ده الناس اللي ما بيعرفوا how the state operate. they only talk that you speak 2-3 grammatic words خلاص انت عامل نفسك انت بتعرف انت بقي سياسي. no. مفهوم بتاع الدولة ده كمواطن انت as you as a citizen, not as a tribeman, not as an idiot, but as a citizen, you have to understand that when you're living in this state, you also need to watch your boundaries. You watch your manners. You abide by the law. You respect those who are with you and to respect their properties. You're not an animal. You're a human being. Therefore, this human being has to be controlled by the law. عشان ما تجي تتكلم لي بانه انا والله انا كده انا كده انا كده انا كده. نو 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 كلام ده في مفهوم بتاع الدوله كلام زي ما في. عشان كده علماء بتاع قانون ذاته لما نتكلموا عن القانون، قانون كله بيدور في اطار بتاع شنو؟ تنظيم علاقه المواطنين في داخل الدوله. تنظيم بتاع علاقه المواطنين ما عنده اي علاقه باي حاجه. قانون ينظم علاقه الناس في داخل الدوله وبيتسم بالجزاء. انت جزاء ده شنو؟ ده زول كان سرق بيحكموك، ما دام السرقه في قانون ده يعتبر جرم، انت ارتكبت جريمه يحاسبوك. ما بالضروري زول لقيت منو قانون ما بيعرف بين انت قبيلتك اخضر ولا اصفر ولا احمر، انت قبيله بتاعك افضل ولا صغير ولا كبير، ما بيعرف زي ده. بيعرف انت ارتكبت جريمه كشخص بيعاقبوك كشخص. ده الكلام. عشان كده لما نديل خارجين القانون ده لما نجي نتكلم ما بيفهموا مفهوم بتاع الدوله ده وعايشين بأسر بتاع أسر الحجر القديم. خد في بالك انه الكلام ده ما بيمشي هنا علينا، ما بيمشي علينا. ليه؟ لانه شوف المشكله اللي وقع فيه الدوله السودانيه في كم 60 هسه كم 60 سنه لحد هسه احنا جي شفنا الحرب اللي بدا في 15 ابريل 2023، ونفس الخطا وقع فيه جنوب السودان. ما يتعلم دروس بتاع 38 سنه ده، لانه مشاكل بتاع السودان اللي كنا عندنا في المركز مشكله بتاع هويه الحسه اللي هو the issue of identity ما حلوه جنوب، ما حلوه. وجنوب كان بيدعي بان احنا افارقه، احنا داير نعيش، احنا داير كده. The issue of identity was not solved from 1956 up to date. The same thing, the South Sudan after the independence, when the people voted to choose an independent state of Republic of South Sudan, we're supposed to sit down also to solve the issue of identity. Now some people want to claim that Beled Haggom. Do you think when we refuse it from Jalaba, we refuse it from the time of Belgium when we fought with some people really they did not face Belgium. And في تجاه بتاع Equatorial كده we face the Belgium because the Ladu kingdom, leave alone the Ladu enclave, because it went through a period of time. The Ladu enclave, which was part of the Belgians after the division of Africa in Berlin Conference in 1884, some of us, we are part of the Belgians because some of the African territory was part of the British. The British later have dispute with the King Leopold of Belgium regarding the Ladu Kingdom before it became now Ladu Enclave later on. Some of it came, become part of the British. We fought all form of colonial. Do you think fighting all these years, resisting all these years to live as a free man and woman, will I come after somebody in this our time, somebody who's supposed to be my brother or sister, to claim that he or she want to turn this state to be his own private state? Do you think I will accept? Even God in heaven will not accept this. Why should I, as a human being here living, facing this pain that I have to accept, while you're actually using the state wealth that is actually part of my wealth that's coming from my own territory, and you think that I will accept? Do we have to go back actually when people are talking about liberation? Because some people, they actually started to expose themselves to next level without knowing. You're expressing your agenda without knowing, and you think that you're talking. And sometimes it's good when people are provoked. When people are provoked to the next level, and then you started to vomit everything out. Sometimes it's good to know. This will tell you that when the fight started in Bor, by the way, شكل الكام بدأ في بور ده كان حاجة تاني برا. ده شكل إنه كاربينو لما دارين يسألوه في موضوع قروش، في موضوع بتاع قروش اللي هو ماهية بتاع الجيش كتيبة 105 و104، دارين يسألوه يا أجاب الكلام ده was a meeting. كويس؟ عشان كده احنا قاعدين نقول بعد ريديفيجن الحصل، الريديفيجن الحصل 83 بتاع النميري ده، لما حصل قسم وده تقسيمات ده حصل، وده رجع يتكلم بعدين، ده ما في التوبيك ده، لكن يوم كده انا هفتح التوبيك ده يتكلم عن بروبرتيز، ده يتكلم عن بروبرتيز في ولايات اللي هو ثروات بتاع الولايات في داخل الحكومة، مباني وشنو ديل. نقدر نوري حاجة ده ماشي كيف، لأنه some people really they like to claim how did it actually happen. لأنه there was actually fixed assets and removal asset. ده كلام ده topic تاني براحة نتكلم فيه, because some people they like to talk, they just like to talk as they wish, as they want, لكن ما بمشي ساكت. ما تاخد في بالك بانه يا اخي عشان قروش بتاع الدولة ده في يدك هسه، اقتصاد الدولة ده في يدك هسه، المالية في يدك، انت بتعمل اي حاجة تقتل تعمل لما انت يقول لي to flip that day, we are not going to revenge for you. No, we will not do this. We are not evil people. No, we just apply the law. الزول اللي ما بيقبل مشكلة بتاع قانون ده هو stay behind the bar، يعني في سجن، يعني لأنه الخارجين القانون ده ما بينفع إلا يدخلوه في سجن ويمشي يشتغلوا في مزارع، لأنه criminality اللي شغال فيهم اللي بيخليهم شغال ده attacking people doing things، عمل كده وشنو جرائم اللي بيعملوا ده، يمشي يزرع، يكون دوروا براو، ما دوروا براو ساي ما بخلوه ساي، بعد يقعد سنوات تمام مخه يجي بعد ده يمشي يزرع عشان يجيب التاج لبلد بدل قاعد لنا بس ترتكب جريمة زي ما انت داير. So my brothers and sisters, موضوع بتاع identity was not solved in Republic of South Sudan. وين قرن لما قاعد يتكلم عن التنوع التاريخي والتنوع المعاصر، كان بيتكلم عن شنو؟ ده كله عنده علاقة بالايدنتيتي. الايدنتيتي ده بيحلوه كيف؟ بيحلوه بالدستور. الدستور ده بيساهم فيه كل مواطنين، فئة بتاع مواطنين ممثلين بتاعه، شباب، رجال، physical challenge people، كله فئات بتاع المجتمع بيساهم فيه عبر المناديب بتاعه، بيكتبوا دستور. الدستور ده بيعكس كل حاجات اللي احنا دايرين، نظام بتاع الحكم، عدد الجيش، اسم الدولة، العلم، السياسة الخارجية، كل تفاصيل بتاع أي حاجة بتاعنا بيخطوا في الدستور. مشكلة بتاع الهوية بتحله بالقانون، تخده في الدستور. الهوية هنا احنا جنوبين، صح احنا أفارقة لكن احنا جنوبين في مقام الأول. بغض النظر انت قبيلتك شنو وما أدراك، اللغة الرسمية في البلد هو اللغة الإنجليزية. اللغة الرسمية الأوفيشال لانجويج في دوكيمنت ده اللغة الإنجليزية. اللغة بتاع مخاطبة ده العربي بتاعنا البسيط ده. انت عندك لغة بتاعك، لغة الأم بتاع قبيلة بتاعك، انت أفتح مهد للغة بتاعك ده train yourself in there في corridors ده you train yourself there. لغة بتاعك ده ما تجي تتكلم بيه في شوارع، تجي تسأل الناس بيه في مكاتب شوارع بالليل وشنو ده no. لأنه a serious diverse country like South Sudan doesn't need any zoltani one tribe once or single or two tribe or one tribe that want to actually impose their culture. No, ma big ma bigi. There will always be resistance. Seeing the rest of the people, maybe they are quiet, they are not quiet. Remaining silent sometimes is not just like for you to assume they gave up. No, ma fizol be give up fi cultural identity bita. I can be my tribe. I can celebrate whatever within my territory as a tribe there. But when I come to the bigger picture of Republic of South Sudan, I'm South Sudanese. I represent South Sudan. Nothing apart from that. When we are saying دولة ده وشنو أنا قلت جنوب السودان هو is not a private entity. وكلام ده أنا ما أنا أقول private entity ده غير بعدين عشان نرد للمعتوه اللي بيتكلم بأنه يا أخي that they are the custodian of South Sudan. Okay, the people of South Sudan, the 72 and plus ethnicity and people of South Sudan are the custodian of this country, because those are the people who voted for this country. Those people, they have their ancestral land in each area they are living in. So there's nothing, there's no single tribe, no single party can actually come and claim that they actually own South Sudan. No. South Sudan was existing. Besides, the Jalaba themselves did not claim our land. The Jalaba themselves did not take our land. We have to be frank and we have to be honest. Now, what is remained between us and them is the border that we want to demarcate. This is what remained in the rest of the CPA plus the issue of Abyei. The rest are the areas, the 8 areas that need to be demarcated. This one. Those people will come and talk to us in that manner. That's why I want to play those audios and respond, and then I will play some of the videos so we can go ahead. Malaysia, Yama.
Battery 60%. Connected to trains as I found.
So كده نسمع قص بلد ده. Yes here. Sorry guys. لأن نسمع كلام ده كويس وتسمعه كويس عشان
This complaint to the chief of general staff, I think it was General Permanent, and he was the deputy of General Permanent in training and morale orientation. He read this complaint, and Malone tried to address the complaint, but it was separation of Equatoria. It's very clear. They are fighting for the separation of Equatoria. But they put it underneath, trying to blackmail the rest of the South Sudanese. And that's why you are seeing a lot of other tribes, they are not actually supporting. Except people like Jordan Abed, that you don't understand him, what is his agenda. People like Young Mathieu, who got frustrated, is not accepted by Nuer, and is not accepted by the SPLM that he was belong to, are the one now supporting them. And they have no women supporters that are going with them. You find somebody himself in that particular organization. So, this opposition, the opposition of South Sudan, the actual reality of these people is that they are opposing the Jiang and the tribe. And if that is the case, we will put it clearly, in a very clear term, that this agenda of yours will get no free passage. Nobody will give it a free passage because you are against tribe. And you cannot be against the largest tribe in the country and you survive to live. No. Politically, you must seek alliance, you must seek support from Dinka. And I used to give an example every now and then that when Lago took the leadership from Abralia, it was through Dinkas. The Dinkas came and rallied up behind Lago, and then Lago defeated Abralia in election.
Wow.
So now how would you expect to put your political opponents with the exclusion of Dinka, with the exclusion of the proportion that could actually platform or voice of the people, he would make a very, 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 he made a very clear statement that shocked even Edward and the rest. And he was telling them that Dinka is not a problem. And Dinka sense and doubt that there is too tall in front of this current regime in Juba. And Dinka sense and doubt that they lost their life in Juba. How many tribes that lost their lives opposing the current government in Juba? And he gave an example of those of Isaiah Abram, those of Georgia Thor, those of Garbino.
Yeah, this let me finish with this one. You know, when people are being assimilated from their original tribe, they become a different tribe. They're always like that. Anyways, let's go to this. Look at this lie. Look how they're lying. He said that the first lie he was talking about, Malong is the one who actually made the president to talk about this issue of the land, and he said it was in Gumbo, and he was the one who made president to create a committee. Look how people really making this propaganda. First of all, the issue was not in Gumbo. It was in Buduge, the other side. Okay, Molong was the problem himself. So how will Molong come now and create a committee? Yeah, William Ball did. Molong was the problem. He brought his Matianganyor to go to the village. Imagine General Thomas went to work, and then suddenly he had a call that Matianganyor now came, beating people, now chasing people, even from the school. They want to take over places. In the day, broad light. That was in Buduwe. Not even in Gumbo. He bold it. Sit the sifir. When you talk with information. Who was the problem? It was Molong himself was the problem. Molong did not went to Kir or nothing like that. Instead, those people who went there to calm General Thomas down that time, because how I'm working, أنا مشيت هنا قاعد في بلفم، أنا شغال، أنا عسكري جيش، فجأة أنا جاي أسمع بأنه يا أخي جيش بتاعكم، وده I suppose them Matianganyor they جا هنا في village started beating people, women, children, randomly doing whatever قال them they want to take over. في Guduge, في Jua village. They are Thomas Namanja, Uma Sadakuka, and how come he just came? This gives us. This is actually the highest level of disrespect. وتوماس ده ذاته والله ماشي معاكم كويس. انا يا كان هناك انديار بيجي بروش ناس ديل كله تيتزا لانه ده قله الادب. مجرمين متيانغانيور ميليشيات بتاع ملون تيجي تقول لي بانه يا اخي ملون يا ماشي جاب شنو ده كده. زول الجامعه ده انس ربيكا نياندين يا جاب موينا بتاع لي توماس وجانجرن. تو كنت تتكلم كيف ويليام انت كمان بتعرف هي شات يا ماوس. الحقيقه اللي حصل انه مجرمين بتاع ميليشيا ده اللي اسمه ماتيانغانيور the tribal militias زي كم مشوا هناك. This is the one correction that I want to tell you. Number 2, انت قلت يا اخي بانه يعني انت you're that disappointed from us people like Juk اخونا Juk من ابيه that is they are supporting this. Juk basically Juk is not supporting the ideology of Gen Council who want to Dinkanize this country. Yeah, William, like the way you think. Bolded, I want to tell you, Juk want to see a free Republic of South Sudan, whereby we can all live equal. You and I can live equally, in the same country, without you oppressing me, without me oppressing you, without you claiming anything, without me claiming anything. If you don't know, as for you, you say, Ian Matthew is one Nuer guy who joined us. He's not accepted by Nuer. No. You don't know how Nuer they respect Ian Matthew. But sometimes when you don't know something, you just need to shut your mouth. You don't know anything. Talk about your own self. Leave Ian Matthew alone. The problem with you, and that's why many people think that, especially you think that SPLM is a Dinka organization. Anybody that come out from SPLM now, you will be accused that you're not nationalist, as if SPLM is a company of nationalism where you can distribute a nationalism or patriotism there. No, my friend. We all know how SPLM and SPLA started. How is all started? The first bullet that the SPLM hit people with, that bullet was hit to the separatists who today their agenda is actually brought the Republic of South Sudan, the self-determination. So when you talk information, not being emotional only. You said something that, Yahi, the larger tribe in South Sudan, in the country, like as the tribe is a large, okay, it's large tribe, as you said. Nothing bad about it to be large. But does it give you a credit to oppress others? William Bolded? Will you accept now where you're living, whether in Australia or wherever you are, you'll be happy that the white people to come and oppress you? Of course, you will resist, even if you live in their country. You will ask them to apply law. So we reject that. Being large is not a sign to oppress people. It's a sign of what? To abide by law. Listen to this one. You talk about Yahi. If any community, any other tribe want to take power, the power has to be taken, from you. They should come from you, to come to you, to come to be blessed and given this. No. We're all custodian of this country. William, we want to tell you, this Republic of South Sudan belongs to us all. Because all of us, we know where ita bitara vita min wen fi Junub de. When we are outside, we are South Sudan. When we go in, and go is all bear rukum bitawen. So we own this land, this country, Republic of South. So it's not a private property. It's a state. And then you say that the people who gave power to Abil Eler, it was actually from Abil Eler to Joseph Lago, it was the Dinka community. No, my friend. It's not voted in by community au kida. No, there was parties. Those are parties. Madea mushkila bitakum. Politicization of the community. This is what Kir is actually working in revised psychological to bring us to the Stone Age so we can live in a tribal cocoon. That's why he is actually wanted to be endorsed by communities instead by endorsed it by party. The message lazim yamshi lek. Who said that Abileler was actually Joseph Lago was brought in because of by Dinka community? Come on. Another narrative. Is Dinka now become a party? Why do you always trying to tarnish the image of your community? For God's sake, why don't you be a rational man talking to differentiate between a community and organization? This is very terrible. How can I really differentiate between you now from someone who is actually living in Bondo or living there in Toj or living in Luakina, and you who is supposed to be being someone who living in the city? زول القاعد في الوقت ده افضل منك ب 100 مره. You see, قال شنو؟ How can we actually talk? Hey, Thomas now he's actually fighting because of separation to separate the Equatoria. By the way, this propaganda become very rotten, very smelly, doesn't hold water. William Ball, listen to me here. If really Thomas want to separate, one separation, why will he hide? From who? From you? From Silva Care? From who? From who? From Riyadh? From who? If all of us want separation, for instance, as Equatorian, that you always, we know this is strategy. If we really want separation, we will be afraid to announce it to you. Why should we why should we actually deny if we want separation? Are we going to take Upper Nile or Baragzal with us, for instance? Let's assume بس خلينا احنا نتخيل بانه احنا دايرين ننفصل. For instance, خايفين من منو يعني؟ خايفين علينا لمنو يعني؟ خايفين مننا جدا؟ خايفين من رياض؟ من سيلفاكير؟ مننا جدا منو يعني؟ At the end of the day, if really want separation, yeah, if that idea كان في مخ بتاعنا ما will separate Equatoria, انت ما عندك خشم. انت ما عندك خشم اصلا. كان احنا دايرين انه if we really want يا ويليام, we don't want, we will not ask you. ما احنا at the end of the day كان هنفصل بس Equatoria مثلا. احنا ما خايفين من زول. But do not ما تخد كلام ده في راسنا. احنا لسه ما خدينا في راسنا. separatist فيه, separatist بتاع Equatoria فيه, separatist بتاع Upper Nile فيه, separatist بتاع بحر غزال فيه. They are there. Why you're afraid to point your finger to them? We know why you don't want to point finger to them. You're just coming to us. Because basically, you need to be General Thomas Zuhumunu. You guys know who's the General Thomas. To تعرفوا كويس. عشان كده انتوا شغالين propaganda ضده. You try to accuse him. قالوا سرق قروش وما سرق. توماس ده مشى حتى المسدس بتاعه خلاه. كاكي بتاعه خلاه لكم. مسدس خطاه زي خلاه. لو كان حرامي كان شال قروش بدري يوبا ده كان قبضه. وانا اقول لك لو توماس ده الانشقاق اللي حصل في 2013 ده جيش المشى مارياك ده لو كان توماس يا بيغود جيش ده يوبا ده كان قبضه. السلام عليكم كير بتاعكم ده مش تقول لك قاعد في اوانشان, كان قاعد في محكمة جنايات في السجن بتاع محكمة الجنايات الدولية. ايه رايك؟ انا اقدر نوريك, لكن انت عندك حاجات ده حاجة تانية. قال يا اخي, how can somebody who want to fighting because of the land زول بيصدق حاجات يعني to believe him. والله لا. So the issue of land is not issue في مفهوم بتاعك. ما انت ما قاعد تفهم. NAS is fighting because of what? A total change in Republic of South Sudan. Because we have issue of governance, we have the issue of the root causes. What actually brought this war? الجاب مشاكل في جنوب السودان ده شنو؟ الحرب ده ذاته انت how can you define this? It's ethnopolitics. ده حرب سياسي قبلي. because Kir has used a tribal tool in this war. It started inside the corridors of the SPLM. It ended up to kill people door to door. ده كلام اللي قدرنا نوريك. We're fighting because there is a root causes there. The issue of the governance, the issue of the borders, the issue of the army, the total security arrangement change. We're not talking about emerging of a tribal militias to become one now, and then we will have amalgamation of tribal security. Now each group, when they see their general coming, they will salute him. When they see another general coming, they will not salute them. What is here the military doctrine here that you're talking about? Okay. Thomas, how can you trust that somebody is talking about land? Land is not an issue. Maita your nomad. It is all nomad. The land to some other communities is essential. This is where they're living for. We cultivate from our land. We eat from our land. We drink from our land. Land is our life. Not only us. Majority of the people of South Sudan. The Cholo now are fighting because of the land. They have dispute with Padang. The Anuak, they have issue with Nuer. Issue of the land. The Murle also, they have issue of the land. Somebody want to chase them away. The Western Barakazal people, they have issue of the land. The Mabanis, they have issue of the land. The Equatorian, they have issue of the land. So what is it not important, Hajarab the land? If not of the land, where we will have South Sudan today, William? And you know that the definition of the state consists of three things: land, land, the territory, the people, plus the political, sector. So what are you talking about? Kanna mindana water mindana land, Dawla da haykun wen fi hawa, fi oxygen. ما ده مشكلة عدم تعليم مخنا تعبان شفت كيف. And then you say قال يا أخي the Dinka are the one who actually opposing this regime. You mentioned George Ator. The first people who died, George Ator, Isaiah Abraham, Carbino Wall, sorry, and Kulaguer, lakin under Norik, who was the first to be shot and killed. It was the son of General, James Lawrence Reese. His son was shot dead. That was way, way back in 2010. Just to let you know. The General James Lawrence Moga was shot in Juba, if you don't know the history. The people who also resist, you have many of them. You have Peter Abdurrahman Suleh, Maulana Peter Abdurrahman Suleh. Now his fate, nowhere to be known. You have Elias, and that was way back. Okay? So it's not the Jeng alone. And so many other members from other communities. Where is those lawyers who are actually being eliminated? Engineers, doctors, eliminated. So when you talk, don't always think about your own. Speak as a citizen. As a citizen, not as a tribeman. Upgrade yourself, please. Don't remain between the idiot and tribesmen. Develop yourself to the level of citizen. So then you will look at everyone, the pain of everybody in this country. When you look at your brother in Abyei, you will look at his pain. When you look at your brother in Kajukaji, you look to their pain. When you look to your brother in Tony, you look to their pain. When you look to your brother in Raja, you look to their pains. When you look to your brother in Tobosalan, you look to their pain. When you look to your brother in Murle, you look to their pains. When you look to your brother in Chololan, you look to their pain. When you look to your brother in Apadang, you look to your pain. but don't talk to me as a tribeman or an idiot. Speak to me as a citizen. So you will see all the pains. Don't count yours. Those names that you are counting now, we are the one who are actually calling them. By then, some of you don't even acknowledge them because they were against the regime. The other thing, and if you want to talk about the land, who are those? The land grabbers, part of the gangs of land grabbers, is led Silva Motok and his brother-in-law Silva Care himself, and his the daughter of his sister Ayandi, and his son, or the son to his sister again, Gargore. Those are part of the gangs of land grabbing. Do you think this issue of land grabbing people's land, will just go like that? We know from the beginning. When we go to 2005, from 2005, Munukang into Ardo Mendu Art. We know in these areas, territory of Republic of South Sudan, we know Munuya kan Indu Wata or Munuma Indu. One of Munuya kan Hinakuda. When times come, Aizol, shall Ardo Bitazoli Rajo. This is what I want to tell you. So, so when you're talking about this issue, the state, and you actually spell a lot. Let's go again. نسمع في أوديو تاني عشان أنتوا تسمعوا خزبلات ده. نمشي للتاني هنا.
From that are touching Dinka on daily basis, because if we avoid them, by actually avoiding the rooms or the platform that are touching Dinka on daily basis, because if we avoid them, we are the customers. The more they see us in the room, the more we actually give them ammunition actually to shoot at Dinka as much as they want. But the more you avoid their rooms, the more they will run out of customers. And that is exactly what we are doing. Warab Jaman Arab Del Bugul Kalam Rujal. Kalam Rujal Umbar Kalmina few days how Japna Lele. We must stick to what we agreed upon. And we must take this very serious. Somebody, a very naive individual, come to me as a Jiang or a Dinka and tells me that let us go and bend down your house so that I confirm your nationality, so that I confirm you as a nationalist in South Sudan. And then with my stupidity, I go with him and bend down my house, and then he go and sleep in his own room comfortably. And I'm left outside without where to sleep. Dinka is my genuine room before I go to stand in front of South Sudanese people. I must make sure Dinka is safe.
That's fine. It's no problem. When you're there as a Dinka, it's no problem. Enjoy being Dinka. Enjoy being a tribe man with your cocoon. Practice everything. Whatever you want. This is absolutely all right. But when you're coming out of that cocoon, do not come and practice this your tribalism on others. And then it started to act bossy, like you will declare later that you are the custodian of this country. Some of us, we're direct, we say, Young Council of Elders. If you feel that this lash of Young Council, the ideology of Young Council to Dinkanize the state or to Jenganize the state, if this lash touch you, then suit yourself. But we know exactly who are those Young Council of Elders. Those are the Aldo Ajo, Ambrose Ring, Joshua Dow, Aldo Ajo, Bona Malwala, we know them. And we know what they said. And we are against their ideology. until tomorrow. And everyone that support this ideology, we're against you. And we're not afraid actually to tell you this in your face. Because this ideology is against my existence as other communities as well. And it's actually against you as a community as well. Because you don't know that those opportunists who are not actually being voted in by your community, and you are supporting them, you are actually destroying our community without knowing. So therefore, we will be against this ideology. And now, William Bolded, by the way, you expose yourself here that you're actually a member of Gen Council and you're supporting this evil ideology that we are fighting. And we will fight you. If you're supporting this evil ideology, we will actually fight you as well. Because we rejected the Jalaba with Arabization of Sudan and Islamization of Sudan. It will not allow, the Dinkanization of South Sudan as well. Put this in your ears. Ukali members the Gen Council Lesmo, and you're like, even fi clubhouse, and you the supporters. We're against this. Either we live together as South Sudanese, walla balash. Walla balash. Lano da kalam farik say. Who actually to come and give up for their rights? Really?
Safe before the end. But weak people among the Dinka individuals, they always go and sell out the Dinka in order for them to be called nationalists. To hell with that nationalism. To hell with that nationalist. I will not accept. The Dinka has to be made as a bin for all the ravages in South Sudan. So that I violate the title of nationalism. I could be a nationalist by my own without actually seeking any affirmation or confirmation from anyone else. Who are those individuals to confirm you that you are a nationalist? If you are not believing in your own self that you are a nationalist in that part of the country. Dinka fought the British in 1920. In 1919, Dinkas, they have involved.
And who did not fight actually? Because our fight actually started way back. The British came in during this time. But the Belgians came to us long time ago. We fought them even before that time. So William Bolded is just claiming this recently. In 1821. We fought them before that. When our capital used to be called Kiro. Do you know this history? You don't know, of course. If you know the history of your place, mahal al-tajaa, if you matter, assume bennu kam finance tanini nag, they don't exist. Okay? We all fought the colonial. That's why when you hear our people are singing the song of Tukutuku, that we fought the Tukutuku. Tukutuku. In Kuliabando. Do you know what is Kuliabando? Kuliabando, those are the Belgians. We call them Kuliabando. Do you know the Sitama Bitarif? We fought Belgium. British Jana Mutakhir Jiddan. But we fought the Belgians. لأنه إحنا كنا تابعين لمملكة البلجيك King Leopold لحد ما هو مات. وبيفور ذات لما حصل بيها dispute بين بريتش وبلجيم قالوا في مؤتمر برلين هم كان قاعدين يشاكلوا عشان يعني بأنه they gave lease of Ladu Kingdom, not Inclave. Ladu Kingdom first قال the lease قال أداو lease. So you're talking about the recent history. We're talking about way back.
Involved in the Mahdiya revolutionary. Dinkas died in front of Mahdiya revolutionary in order to remove British from Sudan. Who are you today to come and tell Dinka that you...
We are the original people of this country. If you're asking, girl, who are those people? We are original people of this country. William Bolded. It's your origin of this country in your territory there. We are original of this country in our own territory as well. And when you say, girl, who are you? We are the South Sudanese, my friend. Whether you like it or not, you have to listen to this.
You are not nationalists. You must actually insult Dinka. You must actually trade Dinka so that I confirm you to be a nationalist. That is.
I don't know actually who was trashing Dinka or insulting Dinka. Maybe it could be from other forums or some dispute went on. That's why you came and then you make a nice panorama, bringing opposition in, bringing other people in, vomiting your dirty venoms out here, generalizing everyone all here. And I don't know who was trashing, but here I'm responding to you to you to know that kalam bitagalek tagulu kidib bitagal tagulu de has someone here to respond to.
That is stupidity. And I will repeat it. That is stupidity.
Just insult yourself, Awal.
Dinka is born nationally.
Wow.
Is born.
So we are born tribally. We are all born free. Fi haja fi ganun, there is a say in the law. Fi haja fi ganun bigul shunu, every human being is born free. Born free. But this human being has actually gave up from his right. This 100% right, he gave 10%. ده في قانون. يعني الإنسان ولد حرا لكنه تنازل عن حريته بنسبة 10% اللي هو الدولة اللي هو الدولة في عملية بتاع عقد اجتماعي أو في دستور. هو 10% بتاعه ده بدي للدولة، بيقول أنت أحميني ببوليس، أحميني بالجيش، أم أحمي ممتلكات بتاعي اللي هو في زول شال حقي ترجعوا لي بقانون. ده أو كلام ده كده. Nobody is born nationalist, but we are all born free. Based on that, William bolded that freedom. We don't want you to oppress us because we are free people, and we will not allow you or anybody else or even Kir, and we will continue to actually resist this tribalism, this KKK ideology that is being enforced on people of South Sudan. Will fight it because I can see that you're carrying this torch of KKK. We are all born free, including you, but we will not allow you to oppress us. Basically, because you have this issue of superiority. You think that you own it all. No. Do not think that because Kir is controlling the wells and everything, happen to be there, and he's your tribeman, he's able to protect you, and he's oppressing the rest, displacing the rest, and you think that it's okay. My friend, ask Gaddafi where is he now. Where is Gaddafi? Ben Ali, Abdullah Saleh, Saddam Hussein, the powerful men. Where are they now? Even Mobutu Seko Seko, the one that who reached to the level that he's God. Look how God dealt with him. My friend.
He's born nationalist. Not you to come and confirm a Dinka as a nationalist. And I put it very clearly yesterday with the perspective that I was actually intended to respond to that evil priest called Peter.
That's evil priest called Peter. He's actually responded to Peter. So it seemed like the room was somewhere else. And now at the end, the talk was somewhere, discussion was somewhere else, but somehow all of us were being put in one basket. Jabo Thomas, Shirul of you, Jabonas, Munu, Jabonas, Kulu big of you. Do you see how people are sick? So he's talking about Mubashir. How Bugulos, Katakis, at least Peter Mayom, he's from Cholo guy. It seemed like, according to some people, what I heard, that Peter said something. He said something. Maybe some people will come and later explain to me exactly what Peter said. But I heard people actually explain to me what Peter said. Because he says he's actually described Dinka as something with these behaviors. And Bolded now, William Bolded now started to shoot left and right. And I told you, when you're fighting a war, William Bolded, just an advice for you. Do not open so many fronts. Do you see now how Damasari is suffering? Because they open so many fronts. They are now to become the enemy to the entire people of Sudan. Now the Sudanese turn against them. They team up opposition who are fighting the regime, plus the regime, plus the normal citizen are fighting them now. So my friend, do not open so many fronts when you're fighting for your cause. والله لكن اسمعوا كلام بتاع sorry. No.
Mahdi a revolutionary.
Sorry.
Dinkas died in front of Mahdi a revolutionary who ordered to remove British from Sudan. Who are you today to come and tell Dinka that you are not nationalists? You must actually insult Dinka. You must actually treat Dinka so that I confirm you to be a nationalist. That is stupidity. And I will repeat it. That is stupidity.
We are
Dinka is born national.
We are all born national.
He's born nationalist.
We are free.
Not you to come and confirm a Dinka as a nationalist. And I put it very clear.
And why William Bolded think that he is a nationalist to the extent that to describe General Thomas that he's fighting for separation. And who are you actually? Ita mono. Ita zol bita will hinak bas. Who are you? Ita fakir benu. You have a right to come and tell us to fight what and what. If we really want to fight for separation, we'll come and tell you. Bingul kalam da gidam kir. Gidam ay grid. Bingullo ahna darna saf. We want to separate Equatoria. But da haja maja fi balna. And if we want to separate, we will separate Equatoria. We will not take Upper Nile or Bahr Ghazal with us. This is just to let you know. Because if you want us to talk the same based on the same mentality mentality lo darna kalam benafsu mentality bitak da. Ana mgula ida Equatoria nema haggana. We are the custodian. Mahna, we can also speak the same language, but we are not like you. Because if you really want separation, Bolded, بنجي في عينك كده نقول يا بولا احنا دايرين نعمل separation. ايه رايك في ده؟ And you have no right even to say anything. ما تقول لي بانه والله اهلي ماتوا شاكلوا هنا وده. أنا عندنا ناس ماتوا في بحر غزال وماتوا في Upper Nile. Did we go and claim lands there? Our sons, our uncles, they went and fought and died in Upper Nile and Bahr Ghazal. Did we went and claim land there? In Rumbek, in all these areas, did we claim? We did not claim. Because this was a war for us to have our independence. Like because you have an agenda of taking people's land, an agenda to Dinkanize every place in this Republic of South Sudan, that's why you claim, today I'm going to read all the names of our battalions here. To be for the records. عشان ما في زول to claim ساي. زول اللي إن شاء الله لسه قاعد في جواباتهم قال أنا was liberator. زول في جواباتهم أنت شاكلت فيها حرب يادو في جواباتنا هنا. ده حرب بتاع مصارين وقلوب وكلاوي وحاجات ده ولا كلام ده شنو؟ ده كلام فارغ ساكت. People should actually put the message straight. ما في زول يخاف من زول. ما في زول تاني عنده دانا بولين تقولون إننا كلنا عندنا 2 كرة 2 يدين 10 ياهو fingers 2 عيون ونخرة وأذان وراس واحد ويا خشم في 32 سنة. معلش للديل القلعة حقهم ده ما عندنا مشكلة. ممكن انك تمشي للطبيب يركبوا لك ولا كيف. شوف ما في زول يقول لنا كلام فارغ ساكت. قال يخففوا كل شيء. they want to separate. ده تخويف. ده زول ده يخوف زول. تخوف زول يا عم كده طير كده وكده. تخوف مين يا بابا؟
Clearly yesterday, with the perspective that I was actually intended to respond to that evil priest called Peter, who called the Dinkas that Dinkas are actually Lucifers, Dinkas are actually evils. I was responding to him in this way, that if you believe in God, you must actually believe in Dinka. Because God created Dinka in his own image. And God give them.
God actually created the human being, the entire human being in their own image. أنا طبعا يا جماعة بصراحة أنا ما أعرف مبشر بيتر قال شنو، بيتر ما يوم قال شنو الخلى إنه زول ده يوصل لدرجة إنه لما يبقي إنه الله بقى دينكاوي ده يا ناس بطريقة التفكير بتاع بول ده كده let's joke شوية بطريقة بتاع بول ده شكلنا كده ما هنمشي جنة لأنه تكون مسلت أنا قال لا ينغا بارين كلامنا ما صعب ما سده منتلت عجيب يا بول شكلنا والله ما will not make it to heaven بطريقة زي لأنه تكون مشي ده يلاقينا إنت منجان no إنت منجان أمشي hell. God created all the human being on his image بول not only دينكا. أنا ما أعرف بيتر ده قال لكم شنو لكن نقدر نقول لك إنه الله ده خلق الإنسان قال وخلقنا الإنسان على صورتنا. God created us for his image. يا ناس الكلام بتاع زول لا والله لازم كان بطريقة بتاع ويليام بول ده كانوا قال لي God يعني مانا الله الله ذاته بقى منجن بمعنى كان مشينا في البارادايس هناك ملائكة بيجي يقول له انت ينغا تقول له انا نياندور تقول له انا وندور تقول له انا دور ما في يمشي جنة امشي كده تمشي نار جهنم. والله كلام ده صعب يا ويليام. I can agree with you only in one term. God created us on his own image. أنا بتفق معك فيه. ما دينك برا. Don't be selfish. That's why I'm trying now with this notion you're going back to idiots. ما في idiots, tribesmen, and في when citizen. I want you to go to move yourself to the level of citizen. Be a citizen and say that God created us all as a people. If you really wanted to respond to Peter, you're supposed to respond in this. This is where I will say that you're really a true nationalist. As you claim that you're born nationalist. You're supposed to say, Peter, you claim to be a man of God, but let me tell you that God actually created us all in his image. Like that, I will stand with you. لكن انت زي 6-0 والله لازم.
Give Dinka a special power that is not existed with anybody in this part of the world. And therefore, if you believe that you believe in God, you must actually believe in Dinka. That is a simple answer to this.
If you believe in God, you have to believe in Dinka. لا حول الله ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. لا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون. صدق الله العظيم. كنا احنا منا فطايس خلاص. ده كلام صعب يا جماعة. You know ياهو ذاته اللي بيقول كفر إن الله ثالث الثلاث. This is a blaspheming here. You're blaspheming. Be careful. Don't play with Holy Spirit. بدو ناس. انت ما شفت حاجة اللي حصل لسيلفا مطب. He went down burning the church. حرق كنيسة وافتكر قال لهم شيء اعتذر. قال أنا ما بعتذر. عندما قلنا كلام ده أنا قلت هاي كلام ده مش فيديو بداية ده قاعد أنا قلت هاي don't play with Holy Spirit. انت عارف ويليام بولد. This is the only thing that I fear of. أنا ولا بخاف من كير ولا بخاف من سجرمات ولا لكن God in heaven, Holy Spirit. I don't joke with it. Be careful, my friend. You cannot say, girl, whoever believe in God must believe in Dinka. No. Whoever believe in God must believe in Jesus Christ. Do not. This is blasphemy. Be careful, my brother. Do not cross the boundaries. Don't let this egoistic level that you reach to make you misbehave like that. أنا ما قلت لك أنت ما بتعرف ترد. أنت كان ترد لمبشر بيتر تقول له مبشر بيتر كان أنت سيزول بتاع الله. أنت لازم تعرف بأنه الله خلقنا على صورة بتاعه. والمسيح قال الذي راني راه الأب. الذي راني راه الأب. انتوا لازم قال شنو؟ قال انتوا أؤمنوا بي كما انتوا قال تؤمنوا بالأب، لكن ما قال أؤمنوا بي باسم شنو ده، بأفراد أو بعض الأفراد اللي كانوا موجودين. no, ما قالوا كده. This is blasphemy. Be careful.
Evils. And those who are calling us that we are radical, we must continue remain radical until they come back to us to come and say we are sorry. They will come back.
Radical, you're already radical. Why should I come and say sorry to a radical? You already admit that you are radical. I don't come and apologize to a radical. I apologize as a human being, as South Sudanese. I will apologize to a rational man, rational person who uses his brain to reason, not to use his brain to make more mistakes instead of correcting themselves.
Come back to us and apologize by kneeling down and say that we are sorry for what we are saying in all this time.
Sorry to who? And why do you lie? When people are criticizing Gen Council, be cool, my friend. Unless you are Gen Council, unless you're supporting the KKK agenda, unless you're supporting this killing, unless you're supporting this whatever. But who can come and apologize to you and also bow down?
Because we have been quiet for all along.
Who said that you've been quiet for all long? You're not quiet. You've been talking. Should we actually go and rewind all the records and audios and stuff? All this time. You're not being quiet. You've been supporting the ideology of the Gen Council of Elders. You've been supporting this tribal regime in Juba, who is actually applying the tribal agenda. Militias to terrorize, to displace, to rape, to attack, to kidnap, to do all of this. You've been supporting this. You're not being quiet, my friend.
And the reason we have been quiet,
you're not quiet,
is because Dinkas, they believe that they are the custodian of that country.
The Dinka believe that the custodian of this country. Shuf Kalanda. Now, do you know why we are calling him? He's an agent of Gen Council of Elders? Because he believed that the Dinka are the custodian. Of which way? You want to know how? It's just because Kir is in the power. And he is actually created tribal, militias, left and right, terrorizing people. Now you think that you're a custodian? In which way? The 72 and plus tribe of South Sudan, each tribe has his own territory, his own land. Before even this SPLA was there, all of that. So how come you can come now and claim that you're custodian? 1, 2. In independent of Republic of Sudan, South Sudan, people of South Sudan who actually voted for independence of this country. The people of South Sudan are the custodian of this country, my friend, not Dinka. Don't believe in illusion. The people of South Sudan, including the Dinka, are the custodian of this country, not Dinka. Today, if you go to South Sudan, Dinka, they have their own places. The Fujuru, they have their own places. The Kakwa, they have their own places. The Madi, they have their own places. The Luo, they have their own places. The Sholo, they have their own places. Kulu communities with South Sudan, the 72, they all have their own places. So who here to come? Who the hell is this human being to come and claim that he's the custodian of this country? Are you out of your mind? When we stood, in line, in queues, before dawn, to vote, first to register and to vote for independence of this country, it was only Dinka standing in that queues. Are you out of your mind? It's the people of South Sudan, across the globe, in Sudan, in South Sudan, in Uganda, in Kenya, Australia, Europe, and also in America. They all stood their ground to vote for independence. Those are the custodian. The 72 and plus are the custodian, not the Dinka, my friend. Dinka is one of the tribes of South Sudan. It's like any other tribes. They are not special than other tribes. All the tribes of South Sudan, they're very special. So Dinka is not the only special or exceptional. So this notion of actually working with this tribal ideology will defeat you and defeat Kir and defeat the Gen Council and will fight you until the last breath so far that we breathe. كلام فارغ ساكت. ده كلام در نقول لك لازم you have to know. That's why I asked this question of this topic of today. South Sudan, is it a state or a private property? South Sudan is a state. It's not a private property, William bolded it. For you to come to say, we believe, Dinka believe they are the custodian of this country. No. Absolutely no, until tomorrow, until million time to come. Listen to me and listen carefully. I'm telling you. Kalam galat. Do you think when we were fighting Jalaba, ahna gonna ganna lab kura barbaru? Ahna ganna lab sembelu? When we were fighting them? Lo Jalaba zatu kan into ideology zat ze bitak da biga aswa. Makan akhir Jalaba biga taib. Gal the custodian. Custodian my foot. People of South Sudan, the 72 and plus, are the custodian. This notion of 64 tribe, they kalam aslan my new basis. The people of South Sudan did not sit down to count themselves. There are some tribes that are not being counted in this Republic of South Sudan. So I'm not wondering when I hear somebody like William Boldy saying this, because those are the people sometimes they will say, itu del majami in Kenya, itu jam in Uganda, into jam in Kida, because they basically want to push you out, they want to claim your land. Mafi haja, munu jam in Uganda, atna majina in Uganda, this is our land. They are the bitana. When the Berlin conference in 1884, this is where the colonial divided the territory of Africa without looking to the relatives who are being cut to the different country. Nobody hinagala the Kenya. Kenya win, well, Uganda win. We are original people of this country. Afisol bigul lena gal to Kenya wote da itta kanita bigul lena Kenya ita jay min wen. Yo ita jay min tijabata shamal hina. Ma hina ma darin na duggu safai. Do not touch us because we did not take anybody lands. This is our land. احنا موجودين هنا في التراب ده. احنا لازم نقول الحقيقة ما نكذب. Nobody should shy to talk about his rights. So ما في زول يقول لنا قال we are the custodian of this country. One tribe to say that we are the custodian of this country. Why? Why? Man, that's why I'm saying people like you are the enemy to the Dinka. You are the enemy to the Jeng, the poor Jeng in the village who has nothing to do with this deja vu happening in the city, or this corruption that Kir is doing, or this J Council of elders who are actually destroying this country, this beautiful country. Now the poor Jeng in the village are the victim because of people like you want to spy, because you have your own agenda. You are the beneficiaries of the JC and this regime because you're supporting this nonsense. You're supporting this killing, castration of men inside the blue house. You're supporting this nonsense. And here you say, we are the custodian of this country, custodian my foot. People of South Sudan, the 72 and plus tribe are the custodian of this nation. Kalam Farik.
They succeed in one thing. They collided us with our own brothers from Nuer. And they know historically that Dinka and Nuer are siblings. They are brothers.
Not Hagere. Let me laugh here. And Managutereku Majama Zola Beiludu Bekudur Bita. God, they succeeded to collide us with our brothers Nuer. In 2013. Look at this language. William Bollit, definitely you're Gen Council. You're a member of the Gen Council. You're in it, my brother. Sorry to call you brother. But I want to tell you, let me disappoint you. If you claim that the Dinka, the Nuer are your brothers or your cousin, a brother will not go and kill his brother door to door, eliminating them. A brother will go and keep and protect his brothers. Nobody succeeded in 2013 to connect you with Nuer. No. This is absolute issue of the power. It started in the corridor of the SPLM. But Kir took a tribal site, started to eliminate Nuer door to door. Nobody actually pushed from the other tribe, pushed this. No. This is the same mentality you guys are singing about 1991. And it was also a fear of the Jin Council telling Kir, oh, be careful. Now the Nuer are 70% in the army. If something happened, they will take over the power. That was the thing, the Jin Council, the evil that you support, telling Kir to actually support this nonsense. Listen to me, my friend. Those are the people who actually made that. Nobody came in. That was absolutely the Jin Council idea plus Kir, because Kir is a tribal man. No tribe actually came in there to do this. So do not clean yourself. Let me come here and tell you boldly the little of Tarif. I know you're talking, but the empty thing, they're always so loud. Let me come and tell you what happened in 2013. To tell you exactly what happened. This agenda of eliminating the Nuer in Juba was absolutely a Jin Council idea together with Kir. This is a tribal ideology. Number one, who was actually commanding this war in 2013 for you to come to say that they have actually succeeded to eliminate, to connect us to fight with our brother Nuer? I know, my Zol al Khawaf Diamond, this is what you're doing. Why you're actually bothered with Nuer? You already attacked them. You already killed them. You displaced them. You did that to them. Now you want to come and cry. Do you think that Nuer are stupid? Really? You think that Nuer are stupid? The war of 2013 was actually planned by Kir and the Jin Council of Elders. And look what Kir did. Imagine by then, those of General Thomas, they didn't know what is going on. When even the war started, he was in the village. He could not even come to Juba. James Hosmai, who's chief of his staff, is Nuer. He's been isolated. Look who is doing this business. Listen, who's doing this business now? The person is doing this business in the central command is Malongawan. Paul Malongawan now become a general command, operational command, who was actually in the center coordinating and commanding who? Commanding Mariel Chinau, commanding Bolakot, commanding Garang Mabil. Even the chief of the military, the head of the military intelligence, Majbol, was also isolated. Head of military intelligence, isolated. Chief of staff, isolated. Who is now doing the business of killing door to door is Molong. And look how they actually did it. Molong is a central command. You have Mariel Chinau from Mariel Chinau is controlling. Is responsible to control the Shakla Bedam. Look, this is how they were targeting Nuer. Listen, Mariel Chinau from the area of Giada to Kator. The military Giada military barak ده القديم اللي احنا ضربناه قريب ده ان احنا ناس ضربناهم ده هم بينكروا لا ده حراره وكده لكن تيدد بيجي ده. شوف from Giada to Qatar is Marial Chino. اسمعوا كلام ده كويس. تقايد بتاع تايجر الفات سيبوا هسه ده اللي جابوه هسه ده اللي هو مرول ديد ده. And then again from Bilfam to Gudele. شوف من Bilfam لGudele. It was طبعا Bilfam لGudele, this is like West Juba. للناس اللي بيعرف Juba. طبعا I was born and raised in Juba. I know Juba very well. It was who? Bola Kot. And then from J1 until Gumbo is Garang Mabil. Look, let me tell you, my friend, some of those general, some of those, like especially those two general, they were out of the service, by the way. They were out of the service. They're being called to come. So, as William Boldy telling us that they succeeded to knock our head. Hal Marial, au Marial Chino, wow, Esm Sunuda, Bola Kot, Ulgarang Mabildel. Those are from different tribes. Molonga one from different tribes. But they were also using Matianganyor. نفس متيانغانيور المساكين اللي جابوهم هناك قشوم تانيين ودوم في لحد في ملكال. كمان زمن ده اسمه جونسون أولين دقة اسم شنو بتاعهم مركبة بتاعهم الاسم شنو ده باخرة ده 9,000 الكان جوهم 13,000 9,000 انتهى بيم. هسه ده ما خسارة لمنطقة واحد. شوف look at this tribal agenda. فأنا قلت لك أنت يا ويليام بولي تيتا ما تتكلم ساكت. كلامك ده قاعد يوقع في أعضائنا احنا بالنسبة. We're actually responding not to you only, but to those who might maybe hear what you're saying will think, oh, speaking loud like that, mana kalam desa. No. احنا معلومات خاطينه فوق اليوم الأسود. أي زول هيحاكموه في حسب قضية بتاعه. أنا ذات تريزا عملت غلط هيحاكموني أنا. So ما تمرر فينا أجندة قال يا أخي they have succeeded to connect us with Nuer, in 2013. Nuer are our brothers. It are your brothers to kill them. Even general في جوا بطن بتاعهم من بطن أمه تأكل ناس اللحم بتاعه. هي ده. أنت فاكر بأننا بلدين when we are quiet. When we are quiet, we don't want to talk about this. We know because when we talk about this kind of issue, it's actually bringing the memories back, pain memories. That's why we are calling about the hybrid court to be established. So then those criminals, Del Kulu, Min Molong, Marial Chino, Bola Court, Magarang Mabil Del Kulu Mimshi, they have to go behind bars. They Jaraim Harb. They have succeeded. Who succeeded? It's only your tribal agenda has succeeded to eliminate people door to door. Not any tribe. Do not accuse nobody. If actually this war come mushkila there ben nas politicians disagree within their corridors, why now to come and attack only Nuer? Mushkan pagan jua hena, waniga fi jua hena, nunukumba fi jua hena, munu del kulum fi bekir de fi jua hena, le jamul targeting leda. Made also baljab mashakil aljab khalla innu today the Nuer later on the Nuer went and started to also, when they heard that their brothers and sisters and their sons and daughters were being killed in Juba, now they went on and also making revenge. So my brothers and sisters, we should not actually afraid to point all these truths out. So when you're talking about the private, when you're talking about, I said South Sudan, is it a state or a private property? It's a state, my friend. So here in this point, yeah, bold it. If it is a private property, then you have a right. And then first you need to declare that South Sudan is a state of Dinka. You have to declare it first. But Dr. Shuf reaction to the rest of the people of South Sudan. And if it is a state, then William Boldit is just speaking as a child, out of not having any knowledge, and he doesn't know how the state is being operated. So the kalam farik sir.
But they succeeded to bring us together, and then we fought ourselves. wise Dinkas and wise Nuer, they have understood now the agenda of Nanuer and Nandinka. What are they after?
Agenda of Nanuer and Nandinka. It doesn't even sound nice. Nanuer Nandinka. Yani tasa der town do sagita mufette. Galo der yakol magbuta Nuer. Majority of Nuer are actually looking for accountability. That's why majority of them did not come out of the POCs. Just for your knowledge. Don't say that we have an agenda. We don't have an agenda. Instead, you, the one who vomited your agenda. Agenda of Dinkanization of the state, which we are against it. Agenda of calling South Sudan you're the custodian, the only J. And we're against this. This is JC agenda. And thank you for exposing your proofs out. So at least now we know how to deal with you as a member of JCE. I like it.
They are after something. And that's something they are after. They will never get it.
We're not after something. You are the one who after something. Your something is you want to turn this state to be a Dinka state, which is we don't want. And not all of the Dinka are actually supporting this. But we know that majority are actually supporting it because they are silent. Today, if you're silent and something is being said, you're not opening your mouth, that means you're actually supporting it. And I salute those Dinka who stood tall and say no to this kind of ideology. So we don't have any agenda, my friend. We are clear. Do not think that because we took over the wealth of the state by having a tribal president like Kir, who is actually using this wealth against the other communities, displacing them. If we sit today, except the Dinka of Abiy are the one who's been displaced. We have to speak the truth. The rest of the other communities are displaced from their own ancestral land. And this is the tribal agenda. This is the hidden agenda that you have. We don't have hidden agenda. The person who is displacing, terrorizing the farmers, taking people's land, creating all this tribal, militias, is the one who have an agenda, but not us. Where is the tribal militias that we have? We don't have.
They will never get it. I want to assure them from this platform that what you are after, you will never get it. And South Sudan will remain a country of Dinka and Nuer. Period.
South Sudan will remain a country of Dinka and Nuer. He actually wanted to say that South Sudan will be a country of Dinka. Because he already confirmed that they believe that South Sudan, the Dinka is the custodian of South Sudan. So why bringing Nuer? Who jab Nuer in a bus, لأنه دائما نوير بجروا نوير في أي حاجة زي خروف. أنت ما تدخل نوير في كلام. لأنه ما في نويرة وجاء قال بأنه ساوث السودان ده بلد بتاع نوير. أنا still did not see. ما شفت نويرة honestly. I did not see نوير جاء كده دغري قال يا أخي ساوث السودان ده بلد بتاع نوير. I did not. لكن كل مرة أنت يا بتعمل كده. أنا قبل قلت كده. I said this. Whenever you see a coward person want to go to fight, he will always bring somebody with him. Dita btaarif ده زول coward. لكن زول شجاع كده بيمشي براو. For him or for her doesn't matter. يمشي ناقي دقوا بنية مع بعض كان دقوا وخلاص بيختنى. كان ودقا زول ده خلاص بيختنى. لكن بوليد ده زول جوان ساك. بوليد you already declare that Dinka as the custodian of South Sudan. But how come now you believe that South Sudan belongs to Dinka and Nuer? Why bringing Nuer? Ita fi gibel guta fi custodian itu basi ya barakum. Take it sakit. Here he's playing a game. He's playing a game that he want to bring Nuer along. Nuer, the same Nuer that you target them door to door. Illa Nuer wiu ya bamshi bawarak bakalam. Lakin Nuer alana baarfo Nuer da. Male mal mugwag mal madi مالي. نوير اللي انا بعرفه العادي ده will not claim this، لانه نوير بيعرف بانه البلد ده نوير بيعرف بلد ده بانه البلد في جنوبين كله، all الجنوبين as the custodian. شفت عمل شغل بتاعك براه، ما تجور زول معك. انت زول كذاب صايم منافق.
You don't like it, throw yourself into river Nile. If you are not actually willing to throw yourself into river Nile, find a strong root and hang yourself on one of the branches of the mango in somewhere on the mountain in eastern Equatoria or in western Equatoria or in central Equatoria. Hang yourself so that your problem will finish.
Why should I actually hang myself because of an idiot? Why should I actually hang myself because of an idiot? I want you to upgrade yourself. Not now you went back to an idiot. I want you to upgrade yourself to become not a tribesman. I want you to become a citizen. That's why I'm talking. Yeah. قال hey, why should I hang myself? طبعا هو قاعد يقول كلام ده يا جماعه. مشاكل بتاعه ده قالوا في رومان تانيين، لكن he came and generalize everybody view. ويليام انت ما بتعرف تشاكل يا عم، انت ما بتعرف تشاكل. you're just an empty tin. قال hang yourself كده. hang yourself. And come on, you say in Eastern Equatoria, in Central Equatoria, and Western Equatoria. Can I listen to the word Equatoria? It speaks volume. والله نمشي قدام كده معلش.
South Sudan is symboling. All the symbols will reflect Dinka and Nuer. That is it. Nothing else.
أنا بعدين بجيب نويراوي فوق هنا. والله يا ويليام بولي كده بتاعك ما بمشي my friend. Oh, from one custodian now to where symbol Nuer ذاته بيعرف territory بتاعهم وين. Nuer one day did not claim قالوا شنو ده. قالوا بقى النوير بتاع ايسترن ايكواتوريا ولا النوير بتاع سنترال ايكواتوريا، ما في ولا ماشي كليم ذا لاند اوف مادي. انا عارفين ناس منو شغالين كليم ديبارتمنت. يسوع كريستو ده لا مثلا شنو عليه والله. وقعنا في وقع شينا دي يا الدنيا، يا ليلك يا الدنيا، خاينه يا الدنيا، ظلمه يا الدنيا. اوه يا
It is Dinka Nuer nation.
This is a very desperate claim. You say that the Dinka are custodian, but this country is actually will be owned by Nuer and Dinka. I said Nuer Nuer Dahia Allah, Nuer Dahia say. William, اسكت say. Shut up. ما عندك موضوع. It is all بابا ساكت. لكن درنا نوريك يمين بالله. شفت البلد ده we are all custodian of this country 72 and plus. ما في أي جريد بيكلم بأنه الشجار ده أو بلد ده حقه برا، إنه كلنا جرود بتاع الدولة ده. ترى أصلا ما شغال شنو. شوف لك هم أمشي ده.
We have been trying all this time to tell you that you are our brothers. We will put you, despite your contribution toward this country was very, very...
Who are you to tell us? We are always telling these your brothers. Ita munu to come and say this. Ita mahaja. You will not. We are free people. We decide for our country voluntarily, not you. Don't put yourself that you are the one who can direct left and right. Not if a single tribe can put himself to guide us. No, we have our guidance. It's a constitution to guide us left and right. No single tribe. ده كلام فارغ. ده كلام بتاع وصول العصر الحجري أو أصول الوسطى. راسك ما شغال. بس ما كلام.
Little fortune, but yet we will still consider you as our brothers. Despite the fact that you have and left and right when we were fighting for this country.
Who was biting left and right? Who is really biting left and right? والله انا قاعد استغرب من ونسات ده خزبلات صحيح left and right. ده منو كان قاعد يمشي left and right؟ متى كمان ده انت نتليت تقول لي ناس كاربينو وارب تون وبقيه ديل كمان ده دوس ايكوتوريانز او ده شلوك وده كده وده كده. biting is left and right. هو ما شاكل في بلد ده يا ويليام؟ في منو ما شاكل صحيح؟ في منو ما شاكل في بلد ده؟ اسال نفسك SPLA ده why did SPLA succeed in Equatoria after the Torid faction لما فضل في Equatoria بس انت قال فضل ليه؟ لانه زمان ده Equatoria وقف بعد انشقاقات ده اللي حصل له كله. معركة بتاع اشوا لما جاء هناك خلاص SPLA ماشي انتهى بس فاضل توريد محل صغير بس. imagine كله SPLA انتهى. جرنج ده قال شنو؟ يجيب اب خلاص لما شنطه قال لمنو لو بوتي مامور لو يا بينو ماشي خلاص ناس اويا بوتي مامور يا قال له اقعد انتظر take it easy. ناس بوتي ناس اويا ونسو ما جون جرنج خلاص ماشي يجيب اب ما خلاص حركه انتهى. حركه شعبيه ده بسبب بتاع جبال بتاع استوائيه بسبب بتاع بوشس بتاع استوائيه بسبب بتاع اكل بتاع استوائيه بسبب بتاع عيال بتاع إيكواتوريا بسبب بتاع امهات بتاع إيكواتوريا بنات بتاعهم اللي كانوا بيتانوا دقيق بتاعنا. لانه في المناطق الثانيه ما عندكم اشجار كثير زي عندنا هنا في استوائيه. to be honest you have to speak back. Equatoria is full of bushes mountains places that انا ممكن اقعد هسه انت كما مشيت في إيكواتوريا في زول لسه قاعد انت بتلقوها بابا لا يابا بكون بيفتكر لسه بانه نيميري يا رئيس لانه ما جاب خبر باي حاجه تاني. he is living in his own world cultivating eating there in the bushes there في محلات بتاعه villages بتاعه. انت تتكلم ساكت. why SPLA succeeded there? Because of the sons and daughters of Equatoria, and this was the real mobilization, especially after the defection of the very courageous military men Elias Waya of Western Barghazal, General Jadallah, General Thomas. Those group when they came they have changed everything. Gerengde baka bedomo. This is when the time when those of Abuna were the solid rock Eliaba Surur Mao General General Samuel Abu John, they went on and mobilized the sons and daughters of Equatoria. They came in thousands. This is when now cities fall under the control of SPLA. The Azande themselves, Azande Barao, Saba Katiba, min Gudewan le Saba. يجي واحد جربوز ويليام بولديد ده now laughing بانه ديل ما شاكل. ها خلاص قول لي إيكواتوريا ده شلوك ديل ما شاكله مبانيز ده ما شاكله انيوك ده ما شاكله ناس ابيعي ديل بينكروم بانه هم ده نسمكنا ديل ما شاكله نوبا مناس بتاع بلو نايل كتيبة بركان كنت تتكلم في شنو denying people rights. Even God will not be happy. No wonder this country is not having rest in peace because of denying people's contribution. The kalam farik sakit. Those are the people who actually gave life to what's so-called SPLA. They boosted with food bafra bitam Bombay bitam Sharif bitam بمريسة بتاعهم بعرق بتاعهم بكل حاجة بتاعهم. Their land, their soil, their bushes, their mangoes, their banana, their ananas give life to SPLA. يجي يقول لنا بأنه أنت عملت كده منو كان قاعد يحرر لا ده جوبا ده اللي قاعد يتكلم عنه ده بولدي talking Juba da hena munu ya hena kamanda aljao katalu garib dal katalu nas akol kur manas Martinelia manas David Kumarida ismu munuda General Abraham Wana, a great son of Ojulu. He was operational. I will show the video here. Tasma nasa gani asakir de gadi wonu siyata Arabic. Kalam say we are when people are quiet, do you think that you already succeeded with this your propaganda? From almost 33, 34 battalions of Equatoria. Leave alone the battalions of the other areas. Two people were able to tell Garang to convince him to stay. Garang already packed. ماشي خلاص. ما حركة انتهى. باقي في توريد بس. ده في جيب جيوب بس. قاعد تتكلم عن شنو؟ وبوتي مامور. وما ويا دينغا جوب. كلام ما Garang قال no wait. Have to find a way. تتكلم مساكن. You know this kind of language is actually the one who's deepening the actually division in this country. But we will not allow you, when we are responding like that, we want to expose people like you to tell you this kind of agenda will not actually go through in this country. We fought for a long time, for 38 years, for us to live together as a people of South Sudan under the constitution and law, and everybody has to be abide with it.
How many people we lost in Torit? How many people we lost in Kapoda? How many people we lost in Kiala? How many people we lost in Yei? How many people we lost in Juba during the liberation struggle? We lost a huge number, and we are not stupid enough to lose the handsome man, the tall man with a smooth skin, for no good cause. We lost all these men in order to get that land. If you don't accept it as to be part of that land, call Equatoria.
That's more kalam.
Go to hell. We will not accept it.
This, you see, they're exposing their tribal agenda out, the Gen Council agenda out. So I want to ask Bol, what about the sons of Equatoria who died in Bahr Ghazal in Upper Nile? They should also go and claim the land. So your agenda was actually to come and claim the land. And who said that all of you were fighting? Some of you was sitting best for the Assad with the commanders. Into Magatemshi front line, by the way. To Magatemshi. Best can a lela masago mahal beji jibu commander kutugal commander min monja ngejo kutu. And I refna agenda them in Bedri. Do you think we are fool? Or because we don't talk about it, we will shy out? No, we'll not shy out. We know the agenda. A son from a different tribe will come and control and take all over. Beji jibuzol tare bukutu monja nkatoina yeji kulu baini filande amalu. Madea nafsu haja. Like stadium bita Juba laseda. Stadium neta bangedim. Amalo fiyo renovation muni abada. Amin ya amal total renovation. Na manja fi zaman bita ftita waya haja dogo bara. Uma zaman msatu. Mushi jabo Agustino. Madud galbi gaye yamal. Gale jikhutu. Uma enadum. They are stealing people's, sweat. Yani zoltani yamal dara gebinta zoltani yagamba. You will not appreciate, you come and appreciate somebody. They are haja tegati yamal zil. They are kalam da. Nafs attitude da. تجيب زولتان يعمل حاجات ده كله كموسل فلوس هناك يشيلوا برا يجيبوا زولتان يكون يقول خلاص دري ودو حاجات للزول ده. احنا we are not stupid. No, we are not stupid.
We will remain as part of and parcel of that country. We will remain Equatorian. Whether you like it or not, we will remain Equatorian. And I want to assure you on this platform that nobody will
remain Equatorian. Why you're not happy about who you are? Why you're not happy? Well, we know we have 3 regions. Those are historical entities that always are there in all the history. Why can't you be proud that I'm from Bahr Ghazal? Why can't you be proud that I'm from from Upper Nile. Why can't you? That's why I respect my brother Bosman when he say proudly Upper Nile in his his forum. Proudly Upper Nile. Why can't you be proud of what you are? You remain ما عشان مشكلة تعرف في حاجة وايد نقدر نوريكم. And we have to be honest. كثيرين من دينكا كلام الما في دينكا في إيكواتوريا ده قاعد يعمل لهم مشكلة. طبعا في ناس بيخجلوا من كلام ده كده أنا أقول كلام ده. Let me say it. طبعا في ناس بيخجلوا. The fact that there is no Dinka in Equatoria is actually didn't sit it well with Dinka, especially the Gen Council ideology. They want to have present in all the three regions. Is it news? No, it's not the news. Some people don't want to say it. في ناس بونسوا تحت ترابيزة no. لكن أنا بنقول كلامنا دغري كده. So when you speak the truth زي ما قال دكتور فرانسيس المسكوت عنه هو ما يفرقنا. We have to speak the truth. قول حقيقة ده. بوم برز ده. عشان لا تعرف. So ناس بولي دول طبعا those are the Gen Council ideologies. They want the same ideology بتاع كتبوا دكتور كارول and ناس جيشوا داو. بإنه they have border. They have no border with Malakal. I mean with Uganda, with Kenya, with Ethiopia, and with Kenya, and they're in the center of South Sudan. They want to have the territory in those areas. The problem, William Boldit, you have no problem. We can stay in Juba as Juba, by the way, is the capital of Southern Sudan government. Or let's say goes. Is just temporary. Juba is the capital of Southern Sudan government, not South Sudan. Their agreement they كده من 2005. لأنه في لجنة ده فيه ناس منو ناس يابا سامويل أبو جون هو كان رئيس بتاع اللجنة ده advanced team political wing والديبيتي بتاعه كان ياو جي أوكوت secretary general بتاعه ده كان ياو كستي منيبه وفي political في military wing advanced team اللي دخلوا في 2006 اللي هم أول اللي جابوا جيش جنرال توماس ليت جنرال أجونغ وفي واحد جنرال تاني ديل في advanced team political advanced team ده شغل بتاعهم شنو؟ عشان انت عشان لما انت تتكلم ساكت عشان ما تتكلم ده الشغل بتاعهم اصلا to come and identify committee بتاعهم في 2005 قرن ياو رسلهم وكان في coordination مع جنرال كلمن وانيك كونغا to identify the governments of the government committee for identification for the government offices and residential and houses the government for your record those houses government properties everything in central Equatoria is belong to the central Equatoria state because during the time when there was redivision of three state or three region what happened the other two region they were given the removable asset plus the cash to go and start. The same thing, this during Nimeri. So they have taken so many items with them. So Equatoria, as in Juba was the capital of Equatoria. And then later, when Omar Bashir divided the state, also 26 or so, and there was 9 states in South Sudan, because Warab was the proposed state in 1994 by those of isn't you know that Warab George Kongoraro. So here the same method was applied. The same method Nimeri applied was also applied in this division of the 9 states. It was actually divided now. The assets, movable assets were also given to the other states because we used to have Eastern Equatoria is one state, Central Equatoria was part of Eastern Equatoria. There were actually 2 states. And then Now the Eastern Equatoria was divided to Eastern Equatoria and Central Equatoria. Now there's 3 states. Now the movable assets were actually given to the rest of the other 2 states, and they were given cash to go and start their administration to go with development. And then the Central Equatoria state now remain with those. So those properties in Central Equatoria belong to the state. Because now they have to bring more money from their own, customs and whatever come out. They have to build this. So this is one to say. And then the SPLM during that time to come and pay every place that they're staying is, whether the office or the houses, they have to pay for it in 2005. The higher little mabtarfo. So, Bol, if you want to stay in Juba is okay, it's a city. But you can't claim to go and take any land of other community, because each community actually own their land, ancestral land. As for city, everybody can live in. But going to someone's land and claim it, be proud of who you are. It has all been Northern Barga, Gula, I'm proud. It has all been American.
Remove Denka from Equatoria for the rest of your life. If you are dreaming that Denka will walk away one day from Equatoria, forget about it. Denka will remain there for the rest of their life, and they will be called Denka Equatoria. That is
Denka Equatoria. They are ideology. The fact that they don't have Dinka in Equatoria historically is an issue to the ideology of the Young Council. They are mushkila. So Bolded is coming from that perspective. So he's talking about the deep ideology. He's not talking about just the normal rights like every individual. No. He's talking about this deep ideology. Can I look at him? They will remain there. They will do this. تتكلم كده عشان في زول اسمه كير قاعد في السلطة بس. ده اللي أقول عمل حاجة. ده اللي يا رشيدي.
it's period. Finish. Nothing else to be discussed. You don't like it? The river now is flowing. Throw yourself in and go.
Why should the other people actually throw themselves to the River Nile? The River Nile is a blessing for them. You yourself who is not originally from Equatoria and then supposed to throw yourself into the River Nile. أنا ما أعرف ده شكل مرض بتاع شنو يا جماعة. والله لازم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Okay, let's finish this and then we go through the rest.
Well, nothing to do with you. Thank you so much, moderator, that I had the mic back to you so that you give the chance to others. And we will continue. This will continue for the rest of the month. We will be doing this day and night so that we'll see how this will go. Unless they will come back and kneel down in front of us to tell us that we are very sorry for you dinkas. That will be the peace. Otherwise, there is no peace in the middle here. We will continue to trade ourselves to the maximum.
I heard that he's not originally Dinka.
In a Dinka territory for the rest of their life. Thank you so much.
Their frustration. They're so frustrated.
Platform of voice of the people. He made a very, very, very clear statement. He made a very clear statement, that shocked even Edward and the rest.
Yeah.
And he was telling them that Dinka is not a problem. And Dinka sons and daughters, there is too tall in front of this current regime in Juba. And Dinka sons and daughters, they lost their life in Juba. How many tribes that lost their lives opposing the current government in Juba? And he gave an example of those of Rizal Abram, those of Georgia Thor, those of Garbino Wool.
So, my brothers and sisters, look at this. And I'm happy when they're actually coming out like that to expose themselves. This is very excellent. Then you will know that this ideology that we've been talking about, we were not right. We were not wrong. We were right, actually. Now they're coming out to vomit. And they're exposed to the next level. And they're exposing their ideology. Those tribal ideology. So, my brothers and sisters, that's why I want to tell William Bolded, South Sudan is not a private property that belongs to one community. No. South Sudan is a state, consists of 72 and plus ethnicities and tribe. So you who need to go, thank God you're in Australia, go and throw yourself in the ocean. Because you're living in a country that is actually being governed with federal system. You're enjoying the federal system there, and you, with your tribal mentality, you want to come and actually oppress people here. Why don't you pack yourself? You see, some people, they say that you're originally you're not young, you're being assimilated. Why don't you come back and go to northern Barkazal, where you come from? Go and stay there. Go and live there. Why enjoying the freedom? Why enjoying the federal system there? Come back. Come and drink the dirty water. Come and stay with the unknown gunmen. Come and stay with militias. Wallahi lazim. Kan fi yomu wide mother robok furasa ting talga. The militiat بتاعك اللي انت قاعد تتكلم قشمك قوي ده. Ideology بتاعك ده إلا تنفذ جوبيتك. لكن we will fight this ideology to the last person there. Tribal ideology ده. Nonsense. So يا جماعة, with this being said, عشان أنا ما أجور كتير, معلش أنا قبل قلت أنا I will actually أنا هردم وهجور كتير. Before we go, William Bolded بالداية بأنه هم they are the fighters, they are the liberators, and so on. I want to tell you, William Bolded, the sons of South Sudan, sons and daughters of South Sudan, they fought for the liberation of this country. They also voted for this country. The Cholo, the Nuer, the Maban, the Anywa, the Ferretit, you see, and all those tribes and the Equatorians fought for this country. And they voted for this country. And you are not the custodian of this country. This one. Number two, let me educate you a little bit, because it seems like you're only taking these stories from those people who guide Martin Timchok Behkilek Gisas there. And the bread and the Nas Bitana Martina, one day Nas Nakangadia Motion, Yusu Kisra. Listen to those are the battalions of Equatorial. Leave alone the rest of the South. So let me give you the Equatorial. Later, Amal Jununa, later Kuliam Bedgan Nizek and Equatorial Mashakla. Can they, if there is a real liberators of this country, they are Equatorians. That's that. My Equatorian you're talking about 43 tribes. The region that you always talk to as if it's a one tribe, it consists of 43 tribes. It won't have Kalamda. It was my Equatorial Cybers. Guna sai. Katiba min gude 1 le gude 7. Di katiba min gude 1 le gude 7. Do kullu yal bita Equatoria. Udel Western Equatoria. Do asma gude. Gude 7 de king gude. Min واحد le 7. De 7 katiba. Ita عندك انتصار ده في شوية نوبة. لكن أغلبية بتاعهم إيكواتوريان وكثير منهم من أولاد منداري. من 1 ل 3. Ita عندك نضال, عندك تقدم, عندك أشواي, عندك تتنجلي, بنجيكي من, شاكوش من 1 ل 3, لولك, تابين, مكشاش, برايت ستار كامبين ده فيو نوبة شوية. لكن أغلبية بتاعهم ده إيكواتوريان. عندك كازوك, عندك سونكي, عندك أقرب, عندك كوبرا, عندك جاموس, عندك زلزال من 1 ل 3, وعندك ديل بلا ده أغلبيته يال بتاع جولي. شفت كيف؟ ده كتاب بتاع إيكواتوريا almost أكتر من 34. أنت جاي تقول لي بين إيكواتوريا مشاكل؟ أنت نكرت باقي ناس كله نكرتهم, كل ناس أنت نكرتهم, كلهم نكرتوا. ده مشاكل اللي دينكا ده ما stupidity برا. خليك من كتاب يا ناس بركان ده بتاع أخواننا من نوبة وما ماجد الناس بلو نايل. إنت كيف إنت تنكر الناس كله؟ ما ده أو that's someone is not being honest by himself. زول كذاب بس claim department بس. ده كلام فارغ ساي. So كلام ده إحنا بنقوله هنا for history. Nobody should shy away. لانه في الجنوب ده كمان ما تحكي حقك they will always want to undermine you. ما في اي جريد to come and undermine you for your rights. اي قبيله في جنوب السودان ده اي كوميونتي في جنوب السودان ده يجي يتكلم عن حقه لانه انت كمان فتحت خشمك زي ما انت قاعد تشوف ده somebody now claiming that they're the custodian of this country. why؟ احنا مخنا ما في ولا شيء. ده كلام فارغ ساكت. كان جاي لي تحريرات ده الناس مو يحرر. انتوا بعدين في فيديو انا بشوي هنا هو جبل العراق ده ليه سموه جبل العراق؟ ده محل جنرال توماس فيه دقه فيه الاسم شنو ده؟ الجيش الاسم شنو؟ الجيش الاجنبي اللي كان جابوه كان ده عراقيين ولا ده ليبيين وشنو؟ توماس دقام هناك في تاريخ قاعد بعدين انت شوف هنا ها من 40 ده منو حرره؟ كمان ده هناك كان من ما جنرال توماس جدال ده حرر يي ثم الكون قاعد انت كذب لا ده بيشارك يعني حق بتاع اي زول بيشيلوه بس ده. Let us be a South Sudanese. Let us be citizen. Forget about the being idiots and being tribesmen. Let us be citizen so we can live together in this country. This country will take us, but this kind of ideology, tribal ideology, cannot take us. That's why we're fighting this, and we will fight this ideology with a clear lens like that. We don't deny كلام بونسوت انترفيسا. No. احنا ما عندنا ناس هنا قالت sugarcoat عشان somebody يعني أصل جبال الولد ده بيقول قال يا أخي if somebody في كلام تاني قال والله إحنا كان عندنا دايرين نرفعك فوق إلا تجي للدنك عشان يديك في باور. أنت ما شايف إحنا أصل قاعد نرفع باقان فوق ده باقان يا زول كان باقان داير تكيس كرازول وكده ده باقان لكن we are free people of this country. Nobody will come actually tell us قال I have to be endorsed by tribe. No. Endorsement here by your party. You go and represent your party and you lead the nation. كلام فارغ ده احنا ما دايرينه بانه قبيله يا to endorse people. No. We are not here to create a tribal state. ها ده كلام فارغ ساكت. Yeah. So my brothers and sisters قال يا اخي والله اي زول احنا داير نرفعه لازم يجينا اول. انتوا منو عندنا لما مشينا صوتنا هنا اي زول قاعد يمشي يصوت as a single individual to vote for this country. We did not go there as tribe. Go there as individual. لانه اي زول ما كان بيعرف منو صوت لشنو. في ناس صوتوا لوحده في ناس صوتوا لانفصال ده كان حق بتاع زول يا ماشي مارسه ما قبيله يا بمشي صوت باسم بتاع اي ورقه واحد تو راسكم ما شغاله شنو. Living in a democratic state and yet practicing the tribal ideology. كلام فارغ ساكت. So my brothers and sisters عشان احنا نشوف انه دائما بحب اكتب حاجات بتاعت تحت. So احنا نمشي كده نوريكم هنا كان اول نوري فيديو بتاع او هيرو ابرام وانا ده قائد بتاع اوبريشنال كمان كان في الضواحي بتاع جوبا. في الضواحي بتاع جوبا هنا ما جوا جوبا لكن في الضواحي اطراف. يا كان نشوف فيديو.
Enemy place is there, about 2 miles only.
ما تكسروا هو بجد كتار بيجي كمان بيجي بيصور بيجي بيصور ده لكن هذا بتاع ده تجي كاي بيجي فين يا كنت قد من هنا Spine on behind you. Okay.
مدفع على الترقد يلا بيرا سيبه ادرو جبل في نوز جبل
If we are given orders, anytime that the leadership gives us orders and we start moving to Juba, we are sure and confident that we shall capture Juba.
Asa guna da yata Jamal Gijera asake relgam waya waya de. Mungi guna yata guna. Allah lakini jamaa. Yeah, kalam ta kisa brother agele Mose. He said intisar is one. Yeah, intisar one. Yes, because they are intisar from 1 to 3. You say intisar 1 is full division of Mundari, trained in Bongo, and Dima. Intisar 2 was trained in Moroto. Thank you, brother. Shukran. Yeah. لأنه انتصار 1 في 1 2 لحد 3. كلام تكسا. شكرا كتير. نمشي كده. أنا داير كتب فيديو ده عشان بعد كده نبيجا بيجي قدام. في بقى حاجات تانيين related to في topic تاني أنا جاي نتكلم عنه في الفترة الجاية. So let's play this one. This message should go to the like of Bolded and what have you.
You know, it is said that there are always 3 kinds of people in any given society. This threefold distinction has been noted and made by notable sociologists and public intellectuals. But this threefold distinction of the 3 kinds of people, it was first identified and first stated by the supporters and founders of democracy in ancient Greece. For the Greek people, the people who in many ways gave us the modern civilized world, for the Greek people, the first kind of people in any given society are the idiots. For the Greeks, the idiot is not necessarily someone who is mentally deficient. Rather, for ancient Greek people, the idiot, they said, is someone who is a totally private person, a totally self-centered person, and a totally selfish person. They called him the idiot. The idiot, he is always out for his personal gain and his personal interests. He does not have a public philosophy. He has no knowledge, no skill, no character, and no virtues to be able to live and to be able to contribute in a flourishing society and community. He's all out for his personal pleasures and for his personal treasures. And the Greeks said that the idiot was just an upgraded barbarian. The first kind of person, the idiot. But the Greeks also said that there is a second kind of people in any given society. And the Greeks called these people the tribes people. When we say tribes people, we don't necessarily mean the fact of belonging to a certain tribe, which is a good thing. But when they use the word tribes people, the Greeks meant a tribal and a tribalistic mentality. And the Greeks said that tribespeople are those people who are not able to think beyond their small tribe or their small groups. For tribespeople, their primary allegiance, their only allegiance, and their ultimate allegiance is to their tribe. Their tribe is their God, and their religion is tribalism. And tribespeople, the Greeks said, are always afraid of things that are different, that are a little alien to them. They are always suspicious and fearful. And they always dealt with different people and difficult situations with intimidation, with force, and with violence. And the Greeks also said that the ideal person for tribespeople is the warrior, because tribespeople are a war-making people. Their ideal is the warrior. But it was not so for the Greeks. For the Greeks, there was another kind of people, another kind of a person, and that was the ideal person. And the Greeks called this ideal person the citizen. The citizen. And here when we use the word citizen, we are not talking about legal status or political status. We are talking about the idea and the ideal of citizenship. And who is the citizen? The citizen, according to the Greeks, is someone who has the skills and the knowledge to live a public life, who is able to live a life of civility. The citizen recognizes that he or she is a member of a commonwealth and thus strives for the common good. That is the citizen. The citizen, yes, he or she knows his or her rights in a society. But he or she also knows his or her responsibilities to society. The citizen can fight for his rights, but always with an awareness of and with a respect for the rights and interests of others, of their neighbors, of the smallest of minorities, and of the worst of their enemies. And it is citizens, the Greeks said, that make up a civilized society, because citizens settle their differences with civility. So they produce a civilized society, a society that truly lives up to the meaning of the name society. Society literally means friendship and friendliness. That is the threefold distinction that the Greeks have given us. That is the choice that each and every individual, wherever he or she may be, has to make in a society. And I believe that that is the choice that starkly faces us Naga people today. Will we be idiots living only for ourselves? Will we be tribalistic tribespeople, unable to think beyond our tribes and our small groups? Or will we be citizens? Citizens in the best sense of the word. Today, on this historic day, I believe I want to make my choice. And I also believe that you will want to make your choice. And I hope you and I will take that right choice. And it is with that hope that I want to finally address you, ladies and gentlemen, as my fellow Naga citizens. May God bless you, and may God.
South Sudanese citizen. So William bolded, that's a lecture for people like you and all of those radicals who want to put their tribe first. Upgrade yourself. Now you're between idiot and tribeman. Upgrade yourself to become a citizen. Because when you're a citizen, you care about your brother. When you're a citizen, you will care about your brother in Western Barghazal. When you're a citizen, you will care about your brother in Eastern Equatoria. When you're a citizen, you will care about your brother in Upper Nile State. When you're a citizen, you will care about your brother in Northern, Bahar Ghazal. When you're a citizen. But when you remain between idiot and tribe man, you will always care about yourself. That's why you claim that you're the custodian of this country. No, you're not the custodian of this country. We are the custodian of this country. The Rwandese have learned a lesson. Now, Rwanda become a powerful country because they have a great leader called Paul Kagame, who put an end to tribalism in tribe. People there are all proud Rwandese. So this is for you to learn. Nobody's actually against your tribe. You're the one who's actually changing your color, like chameleon. When people are criticizing Kiri, you say Nazegas Didinka. When criticizing Jane Council, Naze Didinka. When criticizing SPLN Anaya, Asiat SPLN Anaya Hararnaya Malnakida. You have to distinguish between all this. Choose one thing. Sumatani. Why do you want to tribalize the whole states? Should they give? You want to live as a nation, as a citizen. The only thing that can actually organize us is a law. You have to abide with it. I can get أنا أقعد في أي محل أنت ما بتقعد في أي محل أنت ما حشرة أنت ما ضبانة اللي بيطير في أي محل ما عنده بروتوكول. The human being, you have to be abide by law. Even في Germany ده أنا قاعدين فيه يتعينوا the ducks بطة بيجيف كان جا بيجيف قدام crossing line بيشوف light ample light كان طلع green وبيتا ده الليفل الناس وصلوا فيه حشرات بيه حيوانات وصل فيه انت ما بتقدر تتعلم ليه انت ده بولي واللي معك تفتكر بانه يا اخي this situation will continue. Besides كلام بتاع انه عندكم اجنده ما عندنا اجنده انت عندك اجنده انت تقدر تبقي البلد ده your agenda is being exposed, that's why you're not comfortable. انما عندنا حاجه بندسه. Our message is clear. We want a state that can accommodate us, that we can all live equally. We don't have any agenda. Your claim that actually Thomas Shirilo is fighting for separation, this is just illusion. This is your own hatred that you have in your own stomach that you're just vomiting out. Because we don't have the agenda of separation. If we have the agenda of separation, we'll come and tell you, direct in your eye. But at the end of the day, the separation will be for Equatoria, not for any part of the Republic of South Sudan. We only take our own. But we don't have that agenda. Because we think separation is not the solution in the case of Republic of South Sudan. South Sudan needs a strong leader, a patriotic for that one, to lead this country, to have a complete agenda for this country. That agenda to have all the institutions to be national, not tribal like what Kir has. That's a clear. And that leader, by the way, can Thomas Yagabat Balad give you one example. When he was leading the forces in Eastern Sudan, imagine in that territory, Asakir bitaw lakhbatu, tamam kida. The Guwa bta Nawa Junub, he mixed them. Kanu gal umader community واحد يكون أكتر من community تاني. He made them equally. لأنه قال لو كان قمت لواحد جواقع في راس نازل ما بيلقوا إنه ده one community is here and then is finished. زي قصة بتاع by the way زي قصة بتاع متيانغانيور كده. شوف متيانغانيور 13,000 جايبين من منطقة واحد كلهم جين. imagine ده ما خسارة هسه كلهم أغلبية بتاعهم ماتوا. باقي بسيطين منهم يا لافين انت شايفهم جزء بقى شماشين لافين بسيطين بس كمان احتموهم. باقي ده كله مات 9,000 كله مات. هسه ده ما خسارة لمنطقة واحد. So General Thomas عنده ايديولوجية انه الدولة ده يكون دولة بمؤسسات وطنية تنفيذ القانون. زول دغري جدا تكذب لنا كذب ده. المهم انا هجيف هنا عشان ندي فرص للناس تاني. انا اتكلمت كتير لكن today I meant to say that. الكلام ده بيقول واضح كده. ده ما در له خوف وانا خايف من زول. وده حاجات حقيقة. بلد اسمه جنوب السودان ده أي زول بيحكم، ما في قبيلة واحد بيحكم بلده، ما في. اللي قاعد يحصل ده نوع من قلة الأدب، ده نفس حاجة اللي عملوه في شمال ده. انت أنا يجي ينفذوا لنا بشكل تاني، لا 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 لا. انت قال كان ده ما شغل كاوتنس. انت هسه جايب ايش شنو يوغنديين ليه؟ ما انت خايف لانه الميليشيات بتاعك اللي انت جنبته ده هسه ميليشيات ذاته ضدك، لانه مؤسسات كله بقى قبليه. كلام فارغ ساكت. احنا ما خايفين من يعني زول. So ده هو الكلام. So my humble self, I'm a citizen. That's why I care when I talk about the issue of Republic of South Sudan. I do talk about the pain of everyone in South Sudan. Because I'm a citizen. A citizen cares for others. That's why whenever there is a problem in Upper Nile, Barghazal in Equatoria, I talked. Because I know my responsibility as a citizen. But those who are in the category of idiots, tribe men, they need to upgrade themselves and come out from this your cocoon. Thank you. Bulldozer. Dominique. تفضل بولدوزر.
Okay, شكرا compatriot Teresa, compatriot Dominic, and all the rest of the compatriots in the room. And also, let me greet all the people of South Sudan. And also, let me say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and the fathers to be. Happy Father's Day. Leitum kullu rabbuna ma'akum. La akwana muslimin. أنا ما أعرف يقولوا عيد المسلمين كده، عيد المبارك ولا شنو؟
عيد الأضحى. عيد الأضحى. عيد الأضحى.
عيد الأضحى.
أي.
Let me go to the topic. Yes, the topic is very clear, Jima, and something that you don't need to beat around the bush. South Sudan, okay, is it a state or private property? South Sudan is a state, but some of these idiots, as it was said in the video, with their tribal president, they want to Dinganize the country to be private as their own property. But that will never happen. If we say no to the Arab to be to the Arabization that they want to Islamize all the Junubin, to Arabize the South Sudanese, then we will say no to Dinganize or Dingazation. They will never Dinganize this country or try to make this country to be a country of Dinka, as some of them have been saying in some of the videos in Facebook or TikTok and all that. It is very clear, Jamal, sometimes it have to put later nar. Loita ma claim aja mabzol beg der gulek. Asa loita ilo birabes fi yani if you wide in it, it's Mayan Deng WW, okay? There is Deng WW, and the guy was very stupid, and he was saying all kind of stuff here. And finally, I told him to stop, or I will chase him away. But I want just to read one of his comments. That's white comment. Who comment as all day? This actually confirmed what Karabaga was saying. Okay? This is actually a testimony to what Dr. Karabaga wrote in her article or in the book. Onas Genangoro, like this is exactly what this guy has confirmed in his writing here. He said Equatorian refugees will return, but will not as owners of the land. Ajama kalam de ma confirm no so kalam to Dr. Baga ma biga tala nasia Gulu de Cholo will return, but they will not own the land.
Okay, Equatorian, Berija lakin ma bikun mosule ardi bitomo. You can come back from Uganda, you come back from any refugee camp, alitum jarid fogu, lakin you will not own the land. And this actually happened when the Mahdi tried to come back, they were chased away. Even the dead body, they try to bring it so that they can bury their loved one in their own land. Al-Bitamadi, Truju, Buluituma Bekterin. One of the general say, unless I'm dead, and then you guys can come back. Otherwise, if I'm still alive, you guys will never come back. So what will, yani, Tema Kalamali, Nas Bikelim, when people try to tell you guys what you guys are doing is wrong, and then you say, oh, it will hate Dinka. And here you guys will say, Wallahi na begin Equatorial Day, Leni Haya. I analyze their answers. What is wrong with your land? Mahal al-Rabu na kala buita al-kutita fogude, sulia batal fi ardi bitak itagaba, ardi bitak, lakin ta derwa fi arda zoltani, yao bikun kwesi later. What is really wrong with your own land? Does it mean that your own land cannot produce any fruit? Does it mean that your own land, you cannot build houses on it? Does it mean your land, al-Rabu na kala buita fogu, buita geni fogu, Beteru, Utuita, making Bitala Yan or later Bimut, or what is wrong? Even if today Equatorial decided that, okay, Dinga Silkum Ardede, Equatorial Ralu, Kulubara Minute, Kella Bidal Maku Mal de Gede, you will still leave it again, go back to your original land. Because Equatorians know how to fix things and they can make things happen. Non-thinkers can make things actually to be something like heaven. A circuit to Mugaya Lupika, Juba Deviga de Sama. I sold their Rafi Juba. So we go in America, in Australia, in Canada, in West, Ulara Graf in South Sudan. Loroa Bakir for Juba, my boss will be Panmojan. What is wrong? Why, if you call South Sudan, they are South Sudan? Itamina win, Raladifa win. Itamin Tony Rafi Tony. Itamin Gokrian Rafi Gokrian. Itamin Warap Bof Warap. Itamin Bor. Lodebi Twitch Rafi Bor. Ryan Mahal Pitaku. But you just go to Juba. Well, I come from South Sudan. South Sudan is very good. Everything is good. You guys are talking nonsense here. But in South Sudan is good.
They're
You
going
cannot
from
even have
America.
access to go to your own
Instead
land.
of visiting their villages, they end up
Is your
with
friend
Juba.
really there? Sometimes you need to check it. If it is there or it's gone. Check comprehend bitakuna jamaa luitu minda comprehend. Nas Marial did Luze Kalamta Ricky Bulu Marial shit. Check your brain, your Marial did, if it is there or not. South Sudan is not Juba. In order for you to call it South Sudan, that means you have to go to Awil, you have to go to Wow, you have to go to Gobrial, Walabi, Matara Tomo, and Algeni says the river Tabagara, you have Gina Dusuru, Akon, Gula Ajere, Akon, Wala Ajere, Gula Akon International Airport, Wala Su. Gurusta Akon Alcandera Bilude, Gula Akon International Airport Project Alamulu, Wala Muldayato, bigger Yanainus like.
Was it Akon wala اسمه شنو محل لك اسمه شنو capital that
Chande Barao, Lakinta Akonde, Yao Bolmelra Kul Gurusto Kul. Not Bolmel Manas Bola Akon, Bola Munukide. They eat all the money, Alcan Babirma Matara ta Akonde. Now, you guys, let me tell you one thing. Even if Dakalukum Fijoaze, Italy Sabitala Abia. Musa said, Aswed, Dakaluk for with the African Vital Aswed, Dakaluk for with Talak Barat Elisabitala Abia. Uitum Bagin Alpiga Amulekum majorization Kalasi and Kilibokum. Instead, why do you afraid to get Luo? Fikutar Minakum Alkan Luo, they want to change themselves. Ulu are Dinka. It's a Dinka just because you know Tongmonja. I speak Tongmonja, but Enche Monja, Yen Mondo, Yen Bito Mondo. Okay, Arabimu, Equatoria. Anama Bigeru, Salanar Burdande, Because Simon Harford and Dinga or Dinga, I will never change my identity. But there are some stupid of you are changing your identity. Just Umatakalo Dinga doesn't make you to be a Dinga. You have to go to where your father is. You are counted on the father on the side of your father. You are never counted on the side of the mother. Atalo book mood, Luita Biga Fadolo orphan, Mafu Mafu, still you're gonna be counted on the side of your mother. I mean your father. But some of you are so idiotic, you don't want to talk about the Luita Luo. Why are you afraid? Say I'm a Luo. Nase na Jamuse, Gadin Jere Paramini. Jamus is not even from our will. Okay? Nasi Abu Malik. Abu Malik, they purely Ajere Luo. But because it speaks to Monjang, Gule and Monjang. Federa Munosa Gulu Monjang, Monjang the way. Even as Mariel did it, Uludel Nasa Ajere. Then Nasi Luo. But they are running away from Luo. Young work, and work out. Where you buy real? Itum again, I'll be black, but I didn't eat me and I'll be carabelle. Loita, Luo, die as a Luo. If you are a Monjang, it's okay, be a Monjang, no problem with that. A Kirkrat, in Monjang, a Kirkrat. Lakin Italuma Monjang, why do you run away? This is identity crisis. That's one of the bigger problems I see for Will. There's an identity crisis. Many of the Luos, they want to run away. Because Umar Bitoman Mitinga, Kalas. We were Lieutenant Monluo, we were taught Monjang and Monjang. Just because Monjang, they are in the world. You want to run away from Monjang and from Luo so that you can get well. Okay? Can I check here? Nasa Ajere say Nasi Sundia. Boldite. Dero Yani. You know, that's what they call guilty conscience. When you are guilty, you feel it. Yes, and get a subna Dictor Moyuen. Dictor Moyuen feel his own guiltiness. Uliaki. Moyuen can allow the clear. I said, get a video at the audio Alana Karamono. Last week, I did about who studied the tribalism in South Sudan. And I play many audios. I play the voice of Dr. Moyuen. I play the audio with Dr. Nadono Sagulo, Dr. Vendoma, Dr. Motutayu. And then I play the voice of the head of the state. Hello, big tribalism. Hello, deep tribalism. Hello, Salva Kiir. All these people were talking about Yani Gebilia. And then I also play the voice of the survivors that Anwar Alkan survived during the 2013 Fijuba. And these people say very clear. Gulu bijuru kuminijua basalo. Luita gulita ma mindinga ita minwer tukatulu. The young kid, they were saying that Shabab, Sukar, Ukalam de clear. Even Yani, there are some of the Dingas Alkan Mujib Fijuba Fizamadan. Some of them are with us here. They were there, they witnessed it. And they say by themselves, we saved some of the Nuer's life. Yara Pideta Bijakulena, Yani, Nan Dinga say out there, Sarabak, Nuer Madinga, in which way? Instead, Nuer, Nan Dingas are the one trying to stop this crisis between Nuer or Dinga. Some of us were advocating for no more revenge. How many times we are trying to convince Dentong and Bikelim Gulu Bito Uma Bisiba the Ilewam revenge? We are trying to tell Dentong, Demazama the revenge. Ajeta Lassen, forget about it, let's move on. Okay? We are trying to convince some of the people that have the pain in their heart not to do the same thing. All we need is accountability to heal the wound and not stand in end of it. Lakin, because you guys don't want accountability, When we call for accountability, you say that, oh, Nazel did Dinka. When we call the JCE, you guys say, oh, Nazel Maderi Dinka. When we say SPLM, Bulutum did Dinka. SPLM Deka Dinka. Oh, Nina Nasali, majority, we fight for this country. Will liberate with your Riyasat? A Jamader worry clear. Shaklade, if it was a Dinga, can South Sudan be Sakalmi a Senate? Ma better am so in Arab. Ma fi hajas Egypt salam fi bela kan ma fa hajas in Junub Sudan. Lugulukan simbele de fi Dinga. Woman be Shakal Mia Senate? Or they could have been even defeated long time ago. They can be Islamized and Arabized and everything will be done to them. Lakin, Gabel Taninde, Yaunasal Robo to Globum are shackled with all the effort alumone. Nuera Lele Lightum did Nuerde. Fibidaya, who was the majority actually, Albana Espele, much was the same Nuer, Alitum Gadin Kelim Kalafar did. Before 2013, Nuer was 65%. The army to Junub Sudan. Paulino Motib alone came from Khartoum with over 50,000 Jundi. Alojib. So majority bita dinga defi Somalia. Now, another one example. Lanya, Munugo to Lanya. Was it Dinga or Equatorial? It was Ketiba Kima, okay? And Ketiba Songi, they're the one that captured Lanya. And I will sing for you one song, that Jamade, Alkan, Bobo to Lanya. Okay? Senkeli tomorrow, Kitty Bitakunde, I will talk with them. As long as some of us are still alive, Jama, you guys can never get away with your lies. Unless if you are not alive, then you can get away with whatever from their regime. We know the history. We have witnessed, we participate in it. So, my soul, Begina, Pikapasu, Pikitibu, Bam, Kalapar. Yeah, Ketiba Kiman, Ketiba Songi, Iwa, Keligo to Malitan, Simulanya, Iwa, Kamure, Keliduru, Dababa Jere, Iwa, Ketiba Kiman, Ketiba Songi, Iwa, Keligo to Malitan, Simulanya, Iwa, Kamure, Kelidemiru, Dababa Jere, Denas Munukanam Spolan. Simkun Kalamfar Takunde, okay? Ketiba Kima, Ketiba Songi, these are all Equatorial. Mind the folk mix. They are the one that capture land.
Umeridi kaman mata nezit Umeridi. Angal Umeridi Bordo was also liberated. Dema money are liberated. Bordo Umeridi, Anagalo Umeridi.
Yes. So sometimes when you guys come with your lies, please, you have to know that they are survivors. There are people that were there that actually witnessed and that fought the war together. Meridi Amsuku, Gerekele Kalamte, Meridi Amsuku Bafra, Nasal Kan Ketir, and Bishakla to Meridi, majority of them actually was not Dinga. And some of them are witness Al Gaid Mine, the white wallet is in Samuel Guer, in Aulata Kakwa, Umoniana Salkan go to Ajede, Alkan go to Isri Sunde, Alkan go to Meridi. Okay, I was not in the war, Meridi, but Ajede Kanfina, someone where died mine to Arizona, they are the one that actually captured Meridi. Okay, or majority become Kulu, Aulata Equatorial, or Fiaula Cholo, Fiaulata Gabel, Tanini Kaidin. Okay, so when the Dinga say we are the majority, the SPLM, there's one thing for you to know. Where is their majority? Majority Tomon, Umon can guide in Firiasa. Go Firiasa beta call Majam. Tablegokula will at Bur Malianina. After Ministeria. The Kula will at a board. Roa Firiasa bita Wedakot. Tablegokuluina, I will at a dinga, Malian folk. Roa Firiasa bita Bolmodut. Roa Firiasa bita Isim Sunde Ajere this guy yake. Kullu dinga del, okay? Kullu riyasat bitomon Malian accept even Salfa de riyasato Malian kullu ula ta Dingapore. Okay? Accent Luita der ligo fi nasal suya mamin dinga kullu fi riyasat again. Ita biligo fi aulata Equatoria besit, fi aulata Cholo besit, ita biligo ina, but majority still aulata dinga. Even when Lokchoke was open, okay? When Lokchoke was open, fi hotel ina gina do Ling Hotel. Nasal can operate Ling Hotel them in when? Ekula ulata bor. Okay? So what happened after when Gereng died? Salva Kiir took over the power. Nasal can fi SRR, Nasal can fi SPLM chapters, Alkan win. Majority of them were all Dingapore, Gerengja, Kare Jinazil, Kulubara Jiba Ulata Barkazal, Kutuf Malade. Esenkide Aino, majority, Luita Aino fi Ajede. Ambassador Salbara. You will not see Ojo Ajede Mabligo, Dingapore Ketir Fogo. Nasal Ketir Tabligo fi those embassies, Tabligo majority of them are Aulata Barkazal. Uma Barkazal best, Warap. So sometime, esenkide adut Salfa Gulusunu, adut Salfa Kelim Guliaki, Gulu, we cannot sit here and you insult our father. They will kill him Kalipito Biarajak. Okay? Our father fought for this country and he deserved to eat. Imagine, he deserved to eat. So who don't deserve to eat, Yajama? Luito Muteri Nasal Khan Shakil Fibelede Esen Baakulu. Who doesn't deserve to eat? All of us, we deserve to eat. Luito Muteri Khan Besi Aizol Al Khan Shakil Esen Baakulu. Yes. Then they deserve to eat. All of us, we deserve to eat. Ma gulo butaki yao areru ketiride. Wenu maala lo butaki ajir areru futu nas wen. Who want to finish people fi Shakila Tarumbeg? Shakila Tarumbeg. Who want to finish people there? It was the same Salva Kiir why targeted. Your own father was not able to capture Rumbeg. Just the Espele Kanteri in Tabadumuna, Uzol de Gulu Keli Gordon Rasta Rumbeg Ted. Ude Ajama still young wife Shakila. When you are not a really soldier, itamar tactic Shakila, you will not fight a good fight. You will not do a good command. You will not command the soldiers in the right way. For he's supposed to ask those people who fight. Izama Shakila Tapantau. Musumamur why de? Kan Kutufa and the house arrest for Talamamur, Rasulu Mamur. Their plan was for Mamur to die. Shakila Tapantau. But the guy knows how to fight. He fought and he won the battle already alive. Fisakal at the Eastern Sudan, when Gereng called all the generals, the high command generals, Gulana their volunteers, SNBMs of Eastern Sudan. Is Salva Kiir raised his hand? Salva Kiir a chiriot. A chikorbe below tongue. Who raised his hand? It was the same Gerald Thomas Alela itum Gadin Kelim Kalam Far Figisim Tode, Oyao, Zolar Fayet, Gulara Bemsi, Ora Shakel. And he won the battle there. And if you go to YouTube, Tabligo, when Gereng came to US and he was invited to the Equatorial Conference in Iowa, he was telling the people that yes, Gerald Thomas, the commander of the Eastern Sudan. He knows what wonders Ajerekul Diamond Gamon. When Gerald Thomas defect, Ja Dakal fi Espele, Salfa Ajer Gereng with also Kelim Kalamdo. Gulu, now we are back. That time Espele was almost diminished. That time, Kalas moral bit Espele Kalas Zede, because Riak Mari, or bigger Ajad bigger Magra quest Espele moral to Nesil Kalas. But when Gerald Thomas Jama forces Kebir Kama, he came with General Jadala, General alias Waya, alas ena tajama de fata. Ye ide munamso. Will you say that the Monjang Yamsu ye? Ye, they mean especially again exactly mean to come, they never capture ye. Until Zaman as Jadala Ja, ya Jadala Jams ye. So Kalamfar sometime when these Monjangs are coming to lie to people that well, like we are the majority. With this sense doesn't make any sense. Yes, you guys know how to eat, that's good. They might kill him. We deserve to eat. You guys know how to eat. No problem. Senkira, you guys, fi buma yamda, gulu werke barlo to dan won nasgra kolankel fi jogaba. Oligo baga sakere ze tumde ituma kabarlomo. Bes monjang para werke barlo to dan won. Nas be limulo fusum bira BMC. Nas bra kolona breja begin. And if you don't know to monjang what barlo to dan won mean, you eat a ngenga na majan. But some of us ran pelinjin and yitong monja biro makum brakul makum tamam nak berija werke ngakene werke palke monjor engi tong wala makum tongulu to negative na kul negative. So sometimes people need to check themselves. Bol did they? Ana matabi kuno kan firiasa tamalum wala kan firiasa tamuno. Those are the people lying. You know. So majority ta kontariasa de mata kumjibu lena. We need a majority al kan fi front line. Majority al biduk talaga. Ma majority al begin fi front line, begin akulu, uma braza to ajes simsilade, uma dugu. Yala bulu na majority. Majority how? Majority how? Itum gebilin to the core. Yanas modutete in Bikelim Guliake, we need dinga endu come million bagara. We need every dinga to contribute one bagara, and then we need to get about 15 million cows, and each cow is about $500, so we can sell it, and then we can train 100 matenganyor too. Yala vide guluzol nationalist. Nationalist? I'll be training matenganyor too. Raskum de gine gitumas. Is your head been cooked with something wrong, or what is in your head, ya Modi? I'm not a doctor because you are not a doctor. In a later view, I did the certificate. Taban fi Africa is Marufi and Ison. It a there a later conductor you can buy certificate to be a doctor. If you want to be a what, it a better view. Otherwise, if you're a doctor, tell us. I did a number taxum. Write your numbers and not be check it as that. Ma I tell you, you people can Google you and you will be found on online. Ma ajatana al guluzon dictor ma biligo ajereto. Okay? If I say I'm a doctor, you Google my name, you will find me online. But I'm not a doctor. I don't claim nothing. Okay? I'm not a claim. You claim to be a doctor, but you're not even a doctor. You're not even close to be a doctor. So why are you lying? It a there train 100,000 matenganyor. It actually go 100,000. They went that. You already killed most of your matenganyor one. Kekir minu minta. Are they coming back from the grave to be recruited again? A god guy kore yomdak alamsu. Yomdak there sakil majang, Naman City majang kalamsunu. Musugulu tisa alf matenganyor katolofi bor. Guli yaki itum nas borde, itum coward. You let our matenganyor come and die for you. Tisa alf gulu best a few hours kide. Nyam in time in tisa alf matenganyor. This is not me. This matenganyor ajere. I got the akelim kalamde. Tisa alf was killed. Yala data ita kele train kede 100,000 liter train ita bija ligo in a few weeks they are all gone. They are all gone. You are wasting life bitayal tanas tanin. You yourself go in Denmark in Rua, Junub Sudan, Rua on the ground. Stop being a coward, hiding yourself in Denmark. Wait a there we are nas tanin. Esenyaro mutu ligota gitu sunopsa. Itum go mamalum tak dia madut minitum tala fugaba. Itum dug tala gawen. Where did you shot the bullet? Min arka bitakum debum. Itum dug tala gawen. Tell me, Monty Kalitum dug tala gawai basically the tower de fiatumal. Mayom dak fi wala tisi majere achul gir. Okay? Achul gir kelim gulu, Malung will never fight. This what Achul gir kelim. Achul gir de was one who can tell Menji. Bita jesh, okay? Ana baarfo. Who kelim gul, Malung de ma begder dug tala gawai kide. Gulu Malung ma begder shakel because Malung ma bishakel manas bito. Malung cannot kill his own dinka. Okay, so if you know that your life bitanas bitak mohim, why do you say that your rebellion you want to fight again who them? Maitum best gum figaba because kalam tak mamiskila bitakun ma kolkor mointoin. Yade jiran bitakina. Is that what make you to go to the bush? Esen kide ketir mena kom gerija. John Sunday di John ketibule long paper ajere about what you guys do. A very long one because Zamandaka and Zatkan I don't play around at Java. Arabic do ajer map ajer before the France ajer folk wala France ajer Jebel folk. Anabada listen is ujar tani ajer tani ro waka France Sabine gumana zol gule ya saibo. Gula aswa anabai di kalam. Zola albiskila de amalu. Gubiga bana keti bajet secret amalu pulu godruki de warasu le warakat. Yana gulu kalas bade ajer dema bra waga frasa tana and bilisu pisaf atan. You know? So we don't play around ya madu. You guys have no case. Esenkire kibela ana ino video tanta malum. I was laughing. I'm no interview my iRadio. Gulu, we as a leader we lie, but we don't lie to God. So kene kalam de gulu rafi salawati yan. Gulu mon bikini mulakin lumon jabi kidam tarama na zirumon ma bikini. Imagine ya jama. Gulu mon leaders the Dولة. Yani manatu who will trust you? You only don't lie for Kenisa, but everywhere else you lie. How do I trust you? Manatu everything alita giga.
I have 2 videos I want to play here.
Ma giga ile lutera for Kenisa, mikinete brako min rabana. Oh God, ana kide. Lakin everything alta giga le Junubin out is all lies, and that's what it has proven. And it's good ana to Wali. Amulo ajere I take that video, I save it. Okay. So ana mader sil zaman kedir. Ana bodi fursa lenas tani lakin fibago jar taninde ana bisiba na bijali zibade best kidip ma quest. Nas boldi de kelimo ni shout like Chihuahua. Chihuahua itu marfi fi kelim sukera fi beletana fa America. This dog is very crazy. Okay? The dog is very, very crazy. Very sukeri ade, lakin bikoro yani ita zatu ita zola al-kabiru al-kelib al-kabiru bikof minu. Bifekir mikir kelib de baadiwo. Lakin ma ba'amul haja. This is just a Boldy. Okay? William Boldy. They are shouting like Chihuahua. You don't want to come to Waru? We don't invite you. Itum gen amulu campaign tagon for 3 days or 4 days. What happened? Campaign collapsed. You guys went back and you start trashing yourself. Madid fata room did modud fata room, munu fata room, tongjang in Akbar. Bida kalas monjang set to time. Unity tamonjang will never happen. You guys are wasting your time. Unity best 2 days, 3 days, but that not be fair take time. I told bigger get to know some moja. Huh? The best itum jonas manastani. And let me tell you this. I will never shy away from telling the truth. Anything al monjang amulu ita amulu galan bo reference ita monjang, what you do is wrong. Equatorial la amulu galan bo reference is galan. Lo data cholo. Lo ita mini ay kebila. When you do wrong, I will say it is wrong. Wrong will never be accepted. Like in some of you want to and when people say it's wrong, you don't want to admit your fault. But Jama, for America, when somebody even just do Sukurena, sometimes even people or Ajere, it tells that to do Sukurena, it will go to Sorel as well as do Sukurena. But Miss Kelafimonja and Zekalam Rebecca, they don't have the word sorry. Kichol sorry kenali uten monja. And this is your problem. And if you guys don't look for that word, it will not help you. You need to find the word called sorry and put it in your vocabulary. So that when you do wrong to somebody, you need to apologize.
Simon, do you admit that sorry is
No,
not
please just media. Hey. Kalam bit a random mic bifta some baladam momno hine real. Go on, bulldozer.
Here we have Nizam. Jeng Num to guys all can talk like Mondare. Wala Jeng Num to wala Jeng Numro. Any the Jeng Madi Dema Jeng Num to. They our diversity. Okay, our diversity too, come on, my wife. So, you guys need to look for that animal called sorry and insert it into your vocabulary. Because if you don't have that, they are ajal kibirde. As a Salfakir Ladio Melela, Salfakir never says sorry, Lenas Noel. He killed them in broad daylight. Lakini if you don't know there, Lisu Kalam de Fras React. React Yom Dak, Ramon sorry, Lenas Nyande. The incident as in 1991, even though people are still counting React Katolu, Dinka, Katol, React went and say, I'm sorry. Okay? Atalode Nas Bitai Amul Galan. Anama authorized them to do so, but I'm here to say I'm sorry. They're a good leader, somebody courageous, accepting the responsibility. Even if you didn't do it, like in Denas Bitake Amulu, you have to accept the responsibility. During the liberation struggle, Al Ofrod, Salva Kiir as a leader with the SPLA, when South Sudan, just Dakal Fidakli Juba, before even independent, he's supposed to come to Freedom Square and tell the people of South Sudan that, Jama, we are sorry for whatever we have done to you as the people of South Sudan. We're sorry for the pain Alina put it through. And from the bottom of our heart, on behalf of our forces, I want to apologize to all of you. Forgive us. That could have been the beginning of healing in Junub Sudan. Like in Salva Kiir Mahamudu, up to today, he never apologized. And we lost a lot of civilians for no reason. Finas Alisilu, Banat Bitomon Bigua, Finas Alisilu, Nisawin Bitomon Bigua, Finas Ali Katula Kwana Tomon, Finas a lot of things happened to them. How will they get healed from this? It's only when the leader comes to them and say we are sorry. But that did not happen. Fadegi Warino, there's a lack of leadership. There's a lack of leadership. Le Res al Bugulo Salva Kiir. If he could have really been a leader, somebody that think he can do something, he could have come out and say, Ajama, I'm sorry. Let's move, open a new page and move on. I myself, I went to 2006. I was in Juba. When they were doing 16 May, that time, Anna, I feel really that kalas. Junubin big of Mahal one. Fibidan Huria, Ulu Gabai, China, Galab, Lugara Tomo. Everybody was happy. Nazat Makea fi Kalamta Madaral Nasi, Res Godi, Kalam Nabi Sulude. People are just every single tribe in Sudan, they can't get alam. And I went back from here. I was visiting all different tribes. I was very excited. at the end أنا جا داخل في مالتا تمادا وديزر بوريك جنوب السودان كان ما في security quest. When I come أنا ما زلت I was not a member of the press. I was not a journalist. But just because I have a video camera and I have a badge كبير بتاع SPLM, I know زي بقولوا كلا يلا أنا لبس السود وكنت صورة تجرينا على عملوا سكر ده كنت فوقني يعني I look like somebody maybe a journalist or somebody responsible. And then أنا بعد use مقطع أنا بس جاي أنا أقول يا جماعة إذنكم عايزول كيف تسيك أنا أقول straight لا دي جوا هنا. I was in front and أصل فكرة قبل صورة توم أقول كده بس. And I was not even a journalist. ما بزول عملي ساج. أصل في زمان ده لو كان يقولوا هنا أدوزات بدك على بكاتو الزول تاكل في نص. So they I mean في زمان ده I knew يعني there's a weakness. So there's a lot of work for us to do. Lona dere kunu junubin sawa. Then we need to respect each other and work together. Kalam ta learn wala Sudan. Yaki if you don't want to go to your place, ita der geni fi beleta zoltani geni bi intiram. Lakin lo ita guli ita der geni bi guwa ta der silu malta zoltan biras goy ita biligoga. You'll be ita biligo ba muleta lesson the hard way so that you can understand. So ladina jama anas katir fi stage I will stop and I will pass the mic to Company Dominic. Shukran lady.
يا دقيقة بس في حاجة قبل أنا نسيت فيديو كده دقيقة وحاجة في كلام اللي قاله مدود يو اي ولا مدود يو اي ده أنا قبل قاعد أفتش ده عشان كده كويس إنك ترسل لازم أشغل حاجة ده يا سو أنت قلت شنو يا ده أنت كاتب بأنه الناس the voice of people forum was saying قال General Thomas سرق يا تقولوا شو سرقوا. Thomas was not even having any access to money. Zola lindo access to money kande molonga one. Number 2 Thomas ما عنده علاقة ما ولا involved in دورة saga ولا في حاجة اسمه شنو ده Viva Cell. ريكورد بتاعه معروف نضيف. طبعا في ناس تانيين كان زنقهم كده they want to pull everybody. توماس ده اللي دريان وخدت مسدس نزلوا قماش خطاه تحت بتاع جد بتاع حكومة ده كله يشيل قروش كيف وعنده كونكشن بتاع قروش وين. propaganda la molo gal 9 مليون ده even bank اللي هم قالوا كلام مني طلب propaganda ده مولون ما اجر نسيب بتاع اللي هو اخو مرته وعندنا صوره بتاعنا من كان مش عمل cooking كونغفو ستوري بتاعنا مع مرة الكينية ده بنك اللي هم قاعدين يتكلم فيه ده بنك ده قالوا هم ما عنده اي سم زي ده ذاته كلام مش قالوا ده سو كده بساكت كان ناس voice of people forum دارين يقولوا اي كلام يقولوا اسقاطات النفسيه ده ما زول شغال بهم منو بيعرف ريكورد تاع جنرال توماس ده كان داير يشيل قروش بيجي يشيل قروش بتاع جنوب السودان ما هو عنده اراضي بتاعه كان حاجات بتاعه كان شغال كلام صحيح المشكله بتاع جنوب السودان اي زول كان حرامي داير يفتكر انه اي زول حرامي زيه كلام فارغ صحيح ليتس جو ده فيديو ده درنا نشغل فيديو ده قبل قصير كده
القبلي بيقول انه الحركه استاثرت بالقياده الدينكا والشلوك دون النوير او القبائل الاخرى استوائيه وما الى ذلك باعتبار انكم كلكم شركاء في الحركه يعني.
العكس تماما. في البدايه بتاع الحركه الاغلبيه في القياده كان من نوير عشان احنا كنا في الحدود الاثيوبيه وده بلد النوير وبرضه أنيانيتو اللي هو كان قبالنا برضه كان من قبيلة النوير. فأول كتائب بتاع الحركة كتيبة 105 و104 ومجموعة تايجر ومجموعة تمساح ديل كان كله من أولاد نوير 80% كان من أولاد نوير وأغلبية الضباط والقادة كان من أولاد النوير. الدينكا جو ليترون وقد جاءت مجموعة مور أولا مجموعة جرات وصلوا من بور وجات مجموعة مور جو من بحر غزال. This is when the composition اتغيرت من أغلبية نوير بقى دينكا ونوير. Later on وده حسب الوصول بتاع الناس، ناس استوائية بدأ يوصلوا، جاء ناس كازوك وناس تفنگ وناس مقشاشة، دي مجموعات they came later on من استوائية. ثم جاء later on again ناس من جبال النوبة. فالكومبوزيشن التكوين بتاع الحركة في البداية حسب المسافة من حدود الإثيوبيا. في البداية كان من أولاد نوير عشان هم ياو قريبين. And then the Dinkas came. Then the Equatorians came. And then جاء النوبة. ثم الناس بتاع البلو نايل الفونج وهكذا.
دكتور يعني الوقت ده كان في كتائب كثيرة جدا، في كتيبة بنات، في كتيبة جرات، في كتيبة بتاع حتى في الجيش الأحمر يعني.
دي ناس اللي بيقولوا قال هم يحرروا البلد ده، ناس بيتكلموا صحيح. سو كده بس اندر نشغل ده صوت بتاع مودود اللي قاعد يتكلم صحيح، كلام كذب بس.
community is ذاته ده against الدساتير بتاعه. والقريب في الامر لان في السودان ينادي فرعون بيجيب مراون بدون تعليمات انه ما تكلم من قبل ما تكلم، لكن هذا
قال ادونا تعليمات، انتوا عساكر ولا انتوا تنظيم؟ قال ادونا تعليمات ما نتكلم في قبليه. زول الرئيس بتاع قبليه ذاته قتل ناس اساس ارقي، باب لباب تيجي تورينا بان عندنا تعليمات؟ بالله يا ملون.
opposition they are often talk against individual community and we are brothers and we are the same, we are against regime. فأنا أقول شنو what I knew so far في ناس عامل مشكلة مع الدين community والناس في رأي شخص لو قاعدين ما فكان
وده ناس منو ذات عمل مشكلة مع الدين community، ده مشكلة ذات. إنت you don't know how to choose to be between. يا إنت زول تابع تنظيم يا إنت زول بتاع community. Why always politicizing؟
فكان ما بيسأل حتى لو يجوا اسمع كلام ده كويس مني أنا. الناس دي عليهم علامة مشكلة يعني بيجي عنده يعني what I call it actually personal issue مع the community. Those Fakana will never help them if they will return back together with Fakana. Or even General Thomas would never protect them. Because those people that are go so far وهذا أنا بستغرب كيف الرئيس بدأ اسمع لك يتكلم القبائل وفي دستور بتاعك ممنوع الكلام ده. لأننا ملون قاعد يقولون ما نتكلم عن إكواتوريا، ما نتكلم عن شنو، ما نتكلم عن نوير. Meanwhile, our brother in another side that openly shouting, sometimes in nothing. The last time I was in an opposition clubhouse last years ago, simply because I suggest, because all them people, we are more than 7 million people in South Sudan, so look at them, look at it.
Asma claim that the Dinka are 7 million. أخونا مريال هنا وفوقه ردة قال له جبت statistics بتاع كمان. طبعا ده كده بتاع أي ده مدود. This just claim. ده سأله لكن هو عمل رايح. You know هو عمل رايح. اسمع كويس. ده مشكلة. People claiming right. يعني زول بيتكلم في حاجة ذاته ما حصل. تكبيركم بس.
I was suggesting it's not enforcement. You know, I'm a doctor. Are you telling me about science? All my life is in science.
ولا أنا أجيب دكتور you know مارتينيليا لومورا ونجيب حاجة ده مدود أنا أخده خليهم اثنين يتكلموا. مارتينيليا درس في مصر كده جمعوا الاثنين يكتبوا ريزن بعد ذاك تتميز يا تو يا قرا فلان ويا تو يا قرا ميجنسي والله. لكن يا اخي
أنا بعرف الأغلبية دي I will never come on social media and talk nonsense. I will never say that. أنت جيب لي 7 مليون number وين فيجر 7 مليون ده why did you
بما انه انا مختلف مع مريال ده لكن انا داير نشكره في الحته ده لانه سال هي تشالنج هيم. انت جبت statistic بتاعك ده من 7 مليون ده يعني the rest of the South Sudan بقى شنو؟ باقي قبائل تانيين ده بس ده بقى كم؟ بقى 5 مليون ولا شنو؟ والله لاقينا يا جماعه.
انت مشكله الجنوبيين ما بيقرا حتى لو قرا ما بيقول الحاجات. سو انا قلت الاثنين على الاغلبيه ده ما داري بشر وده سجلسه والاغلبيه ما تقول اللغه بتاعته كلها. ممكن يجي واحد اقل قبيله في جنوب السودان يقول احنا عاوزين اللغه بتاعنا كلها بتاعت جنوب السودان and people will discuss.
You see, they are exposing their agenda, the JCE agenda. And they even want to make the Dinka language to be the national language. You know, the official language. You practice your language, teach your children and whatever. ده حاجة بخصك. لكن we, as a country that has different nationalities, different tribes, you can't come and say اللغة بتاعك بتاع قبيلة بتاعك يكون official language. الكلام ده ما صح. Those are national language, yes. Within, they are respected with the constitution, yes. But we have official language, which is English, and we have Arabic as a language of communication. الكلام ده مكتوب في الدستور. يا بتاع إنه قال أنا فاهم أنا قاعد أقرأ. أنت بتعرف الدستور منين يا بابا؟
And they will find the common interest. مثلا good example مثلا في اثيوبيا مثلا الأقلية دي الحمر الأغلبية
Why do you want to apply Ethiopian method here? Ethiopia, هم عندهم tribal federalism. Why do you want to apply? ما ده originated you tribal in your mind.
أروم يعني 48% 40 million people. But look الكلمة اللغة بتاع the dominant language is Amharic. مثلا domination there is actually a small tribe Tigrinya. You know, فالdomination دائما ما بيقول يكون من قبيل كبير. دائما في جنوب السودان هنا بطار. لكن ممكن أقل القبيلة الصغيرة في جنوب السودان ممكن يعمل domination. ممكن اللغة بتاعها يكون لغة إذا كان if they are smart and intelligent and they know how to compete other tribes. مثلا ما له علاقة بالأغلبية. مثلا is intelligence and the way community actually doing that things. Another confusement is within the people. Now, مثلا أنا بكلم أنا قبل سنتين قلت يا جماعة let us create مثلا نفتح يعني مثلا كله دينكا we Dinka people we have 30 million cattle بقرة. قلنا يا جماعة أنا قلت يا جماعة كل دينكا يجيب بقرة واحد بقرة حسا يجيب 500 دولار. قلنا نجي بقرة واحد يظهر مثلا كلها كده 15 مليون كاتلس وعندنا كله متيانيو تو 100,000 متيانيو to defend our Dinka interests. I said this in online but nobody cares.
They are نفس agenda بتاعنا سألوا أجو. We're defending the Dinka interests. شفت كيف؟ شوف الإيديولوجيا ده and here the weird will come قال they are nationalists.
أصلاً بنتكلم عن Dinka and tomorrow you find somebody that بس هناك يقول لك أنا مولود من إكواتوريا أنا كلام فارغ ما Dinka. You guys you also are confused too. So you just come for online, make many statements. Tomorrow you change your color and زول جبت فكرة مثلا إنه لو قتل Dinka واحدة نقتل 10 منها. أنا ممكن برضه في مشكلة. I said a lot. أنا أقول لو Dinka ممكن في جنوب السودان simple people we are domination. جنوب السودان ليه أنتوا تقول الكلام ده؟ في أبناء Dinka بقول يا Dinka no domination. Yes we are do. Yeah we are dominated this country. ده ما داري كلام. من يوم الأول من 1820 up to 2000.
1820 dominated. يا زول انت بتفهم بتعرف انت وين في 1820. Come on my friend.
up to now we had domination in South Sudan وليه بقول حقيقة في خلا نسبة 90% كان جاي شعبي.
وقلنا كلامنا كله طلع كذب، لانه لما حسبنا كتائب بتاع ايكواتوريا براو كتير جدا، سو كلامنا كله كذب. This is all claims.
كلها قاعدة بيرفعندنا
بالله. Actually لما قلنا كاتبة دي بلا كاتبة دي بلا بلا كاتبة دي بلا كاتبة دي بلا كاتبة دي بلا بلا كاتبة دي بلا.
ودينا وقول لي زول لو لقينا شنو بقى ولا جماعة قاعدين ونحفظه ونكلم باللغة شنو جديد يعني. لما نكون في السودان أكثر من 6 نواب من دينكا. لما نكون في السودان أكثر طلبة خير في كل حربية وكل بوليس من دينكا. دينكا في أي مكان لو مشيت كابا بتلقى دينكا جلسة حرب ويا دبنيشن حتى الموت لو في حرب نحن أكثر ناس بنموت. شنو جديد يعني؟
ما في جديد والله.
والبداية ما في زول بيبدأ يعمل people can do nothing. You have a case but you didn't have the detail how you can deal with this situation. We are domination not only in South Sudan but across East Africa.
Really?
We control businesses. We control everything. Actually, their house is related in Kawi. Actually, Nairobi that have a big.
لكن يا مدود انت ما عارف كلام ده. بقى انه ده الحاجة اللي انت بس ما عارف وانت قاعد تهدي. The thing is أصلا ناس في East Africa ما داري يدوا لدينكا أرادي to be honest. I mean إيجار. يعني هسه بقى السيتويشن ده بقى صعب. انت ما عارف كلام ده ولا شنو؟ ده because of the behavior. ما كله يعني. أنا بقدر أقول لك الماجوريتي كده.
وانت ما دينكا ما بدي respect. حتى في جوبا في أصوات يعني مثال بقول يا عربات سموه باسم حاجة كده ما أقدر أقول في السوشيال ميديا. هنا لما نتزوج المرة ما غزوة الواحد المرة بتاعت فاميلي كل أسرة بيجي ملايين الدولارات عشان تزوج مرة ولو موت أنت خايف من العربية بقولوا كوسي؟ لا بسوري يا حاليا يا مايلين
Waduh nanya diktora Barbara itu ya diktora jelebu wali luel ya ya.
Dengar menizor, nihna بنحب بعضنا. dengar menizor, كله
Diktor Gasim Midapol ya jemaah, don't misquote him. Gasim Midapol.
Okay, thank you so much. That's the best man. شوف.
لكن كلمة ميدابول بخوف بخلي زول ما يقولوا هنا ميدابول. والله بس زول ده عمل حملة دينجاز بس.
ويدوها يقولوا دينجا فلس ده في وين؟ بص في عربية كمان يقولوا دينجا فلس.
أي. والله لكن ميدابول ده ما ده حاجة بخجل زول. أي زول عارف ميدابول ده.
لو دينجاوي زول. كل دينجا بيت من بقر حتى زميل ممكن يدفع 5 بقر. اوكي other tribes ما بيساعد بعضهم. انا مشيت في حته لو بنيت البيت فوقه بكره بتموت. احنا ما عندنا كلام زي ده. now in a we are actually development right now how I talk to you. احنا ما قاعدين لحكومه. امشي اقول كده اقول هذا مدينه اجمل من جوا. احنا اولاد اقول لك قاعدين في استراليا وكندا ويوروب بنقول so المشكله وين يعني انتوا جنوبيين انتوا دايما قول حقيقه نحن وي ار دومينيشن لو كير فات بيجي مليون كير في جامعاتنا هنا في مستشفى هنا في ايفر يير 100 دكتور قاعدين يخرجوا شنو المشكله وين يعني ما اقول الحقيقه اذا في زول بدل من الكلام ده خليه يشنف نفسه يا اخي انا قلت كمان كلام مهم يوم في 2018 على فكره انا قلت لو في زول ذكي ده يكون سياسي لا تعمل علاقه مع البيلدينج. We protect people. We can bring you up. فكان مهم بدينا. جبنا مكان فوق. تومشيرنا بدي. أتحدى أي زول. تومشيرنا يقول لنا كذاب. هيك بعد ده تومشيرنا كله أولاد منجا. وبنشير كذا لقرار تومشيرنا ده يجيب الناس لأنه هم بيعتبروا تومشيرنا. خاينة نجي السوداني. نحن حمينا تومشيرنا. شلنا من حكومة.
قال بشير كان يطلع قرار بانه توماس شيريلو ده خاينة ويجيبوا جنازة. يا مدود انت قاعد انت زول كذاب سكت. كان خيانة اللي تقدر تتكلم فيه. جون جرنج ده كان قاعد وين؟ جون جرنج ده كان شنو؟ مش عسكري. حتى لو هو عسكري فني هو كان طلع من القيادة العامة ويتمرد. كاربينو ده اتمرد بعد ما دارين يسألوه في قروش اللي هو يختلسوا بتاع كتيبتين في بور. ده سبب اللي جاب المشاكل في 16 مايو. هو كان شنو؟ ما عسكري. سيلفا كير ما كان عسكري. اي عسكري طلع من هناك هو اسمه شنو ده؟ هو خاين. قال لك توماس شيريلو ده احنا يا انقذناه واحنا ده كذب. انت مالك كذاب كده. توماس شيريلو ده طلع من جوبا. من جوبا هنا يتمرد من جوبا هنا. طلعوا سوا من جدلة ومعه الياس ويا you know. so انت ما تتكلم كلام ساكت. خزبلات بتاعهم اللي انتوا بتتكلمون فيه ده ما بوديك قدام.
جوبا لما توماس شيريلو قال انه يومتها في ستيتمنت بتاعه قال الحركه الشعبيه دبيب I was crying.
وده كذب هنا. كلام قالوا قال يا قال فين توماس شيريلو قال حركه الشعبيه دي دبيب. توماس ما قال كده. كان صحح عليك وقال حركه الشعبيه دي بقى زي الشيطان وكلامه صح. الزول اللي قال حركه اللي قال اسمه شنو ده كلمه دبيب ده بكسره وبسبب بتاعه يعقوب بدو بهدله طلع عينه. في النهايه انا شايف هسه رجع لاسياده. توماس شيريلو لما كان في كونفرنس وقال ده في امريكا وقال حركه شعبيه ده شيطان. وصح. انا بقول انا بايده كلامه صح. لانه كان ما شيطان انت بتجي تقتل مواطنين. دمرت البلد عملت كل الحاجات ده ما يوصفوك بانك شيطان. دارين يقولوا شنو؟ حركه شعبيه ده الله. so
because Toby Shore is a general SPLA. If the SPLA snake, then who is the big snake? To be honest with you, ما أنت تمشي بس لو أنت قاعد في البحر أمشي مهل المويه جانا كثير. لو أنت ماشي كده المويه بتقرأ. لو أنت قاعد تكون politician, أنت ده تنجح في جنوب السودان تكون politician, be a good friend with the people who will bring you up.
يا ناس كان داير نكون politician يا جماعة. يعني it must be أنا أكون friend مع Dinka people. What this thing has got to do with politics? Dinka is a community, one of the communities in South Sudan. إلاك تشنو بالسياسة. But that's the problem we're saying is stop politicizing the community. When we are pointing finger, we are pointing finger to the Jain Council of Elders. And if you feel that you're a member of Jain Council and this criticism is touching you, suit it. Suit yourself. Suit yourself. المهم في أولي تانا نبجي شغله بعدين ندي فرصة كده. أنا شايف كأنه النور عشان وقت بتاعه متأخر ندي فرصة أول. برادر نور بعدين كان دومينيك صاحي نجي لدومينيك يلا بقى نمشي الدور نمشي ليش مشنو لمريال. لكن before that أنا داير نقفل الفيديو لأن أعمل كده 3 ساعة و49 دقيقة ماشي ل 4 ساعات. أنا ما همشي كتير في أي ستريميات. تفضل برادر نور. ناس اللي في يوتيوب please join us in Clubhouse.
شكرا سيستر تريزا بلدوزر دوماني.